Hey everybody, what's going on? It's finally Friday, and here we are doing the Sidetrack show, our favorite show of the week, as we say every week.
Yeah, and I've been pre-gaming.
He's been pre-gaming. He's
been at the I was at the biker bar.
Didn't do the biker bar last week because we went to Abyss, but we're not going anywhere.
I went today.
It was kind of rainy out. I didn't think you were going to be able to go, but
it didn't really rain while I was riding.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad today. It was kind of cloudy. Off and on.
It rained earlier.
It did, yeah.
It fucking scared everybody else off, though. I was the only rider there, except another guy who was on a Harley V-Rod. He was there for a little while, then he left.
It would be funny if you had these big badass bikers and they're sitting there with riding with an umbrella.
Yeah.
Or had a convertible roof
the ones
there.
That go there, most of them are not what you would call the big badass biker types.
Well,
they're the retired.
I've seen them.
They're the wasting away again in Margaritaville bikers. A lot of them.
Oh, great! Now that's
more than half of them. Yeah. Then some of them are the country, redneck fucking biker. I built my bike type. They have, which I consider those like the real guys. You know what I mean? They're there too. But they're older. That's an older crowd. Those guys are all in their 70s now, which is weird when you think about it. But they're pretty well preserved. They're just skinny,
leathery,
skinny, leathery. Yeah, now I built this one in '85. Well, actually, I'm exaggerating because some of them have brand new bikes.
Yeah.
But they've had everything. So it just depends on the individual guy. But they weren't out today. And then they got guys that show up in classic Harley Davidsons from the 50s and the 40s. They show up too. But I've only seen those guys a couple times. And they come in a big pack.
The leader of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't even have anybody to strip for today?
No, I didn't strip for nobody.
You didn't have an audience?
No, they were loving on me. The old ladies were loving on me, but I didn't give them what they wanted.
You didn't take your shirt off and swing it over your head or anything?
I only do that shit when Amy kind of makes me do it. She goes, take your shirt off. I said, nah, go ahead, take your goddamn shirt off. So, all right.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
The old ladies were like, yay. Yeah. They're all in their 60s and 70s.
Old ladies, man.
Yeah, old ladies.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Anymore.
And they're like, flex, baby, flex. Get on the pole. They got a stripper pole. I was like, nah, I can get on a pole. Woo-hoo. Old women are just as bad as young men, if not worse. I think they're probably worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So woo-hoo. Come here, baby. Come here, buy you a drink.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, like I said,
come on.
They've had that directed at them their whole lives. They're just like, fuck it, we're gonna turn the tables.
Yeah, they turn the tables.
You know what I mean? They're getting back at everybody once they've gone through menopause and they don't give a shit about anything anymore. You know what I mean? Which is really liberating.
They're what I would call old ladies, though.
Yeah, I know.
Even though a lot of them are our age, but you look at them and they look 20 years older.
Well, we've said this before. When we say somebody's an old lady, I'm not necessarily being ageist or anything like that. I am also old. It's just that I've seen young people younger than me that I would call old. Yeah. Just because of how they looked or acted.
They're smoking and
you know,
in bad shape and
Because we're always really surprised sometimes, when we see some people and we realize those people are probably our age,
early, in your 40s,
or younger than we are, which is pretty fucking crazy. But some people been rode hard and put up with, as they say. And it sounds dirty, but it's not. It's just about horses, really. American Military said, I know Elliot Rodger has been discussed ad nauseum here, but I couldn't help sharing his hilarious social media post I found. The average is 5.5 inches. I thought it was 3. This is very unsettling.
That's what he said? Elliot Rodger said
Elliot Rodger said that. That sounds like some stupid shit. That sounds like some stupid shit he would say.
Yeah, well... Race has a lot to do with it. There was a video I just saw yesterday or the day before. This Chinese guy was speaking Chinese in China, and they were asking him in Chinese. I saw subtitles, what do you think about interracial dating? And he goes, he says, I had a Russian girlfriend. She was great. He's like, well, do you believe in it? He goes, no. He goes, why not? He goes, you can't satisfy him. He's like, why is that? And he goes, Chinese men and Caucasian women did not evolve side by side. Those dudes are much bigger. And he's fucking starts rattling out metric measurements that I don't know. And he goes, the average white guy's this size, the average Chinese guy's this size, just like that's twice our size. You can't satisfy him.
No wonder dudes are so miserable. They're so fixated
Yeah, that's
on
what he
this
said.
kind of stuff.
That's what he said.
They're so fixated on numbers and ranking things and
Yeah, he says you can't
shit like
satisfy
that.
him.
It's very
You
silly.
can't satisfy him. But the thing is though is that I think he's fucking being too superficial about it. Most women just like the guy that they like. They don't really care too much about that.
No, because a lot of times you get to know the dude first, like before you even see the dick. So it's like, how would you, unless it was just a one night hookup.
Yeah,
or something.
and fucking, if you've seen any of the videos of me and Jen, because we've made videos before, I ain't hurting at all, okay? But I don't remember any women fucking bending over backwards from a dick. I've heard some dudes, my dick. They don't really care about your dick.
Not really.
Um,
If they do, it's a very, very small percentage.
They have size queens out there.
Yeah, there are. But like I said, that's a pretty small
But they're
percentage.
not going to put up with you if you're an asshole.
No dick is worth that.
Right. They don't really care about that.
It's really not. So dudes care about it way, 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 way more than women do.
Yeah, but I think most dudes can relate who've been around the block, maybe guys haven't been around as much as I have, but I think a lot of guys have. It doesn't matter how badass some woman looks. She could just be a fucking drop dead gorgeous, fucking perfect body, big old boobs and shit. If she fucking acts an ass, you're only going to put up with that for a certain amount of time. You're going to get sick of it.
Yeah, I mean,
see me do it.
Yeah,
before we were a thing, because we were friends before we were dating, and she seen me date girls that were fucking hot, and they were just pieces of shit. You know what I mean? And she's like, "You better leave that girl alone. She ain't worth it." Yeah, I know, but let's just let it run its course. Because a dude will just do it knowing that it's temporary. It's like watching a movie.
It's like watching a movie.
Yeah, we don't
like
really
I'll put up with her for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'll put up with her a couple of weeks, and then she'll split. Yeah. We don't really, because men have less to lose in the relationship. It's not like we can get pregnant or anything.
Big time.
So we don't really have anything to lose from a short-term relationship. Women do.
Yeah, we have a lot more skin in the game.
The situation is very different when you're a guy. Doesn't matter if that chick's a piece of shit. If she looks good, then you're
like,
having fun.
Right.
Fucking it doesn't really matter. But here's the thing. A lot of times the ones, she knows who I'm talking about. A lot of the ones that look like that, it wears off very quickly.
Yeah.
It doesn't, you know what I mean? Because it's more than that. Dudes are not that shallow. Even the dudes that are shallow, who are fucking hungry and starving, once they got some of that, they grow weary of that very quickly. They just don't know that they would.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
So in a way, men and women are not that different.
Yeah, I've always thought that.
Yeah.
I mean, there are differences, but it's all on a
They're
spectrum.
Not that different.
And it's all on a spectrum, and the spectrums overlap for sure.
Yeah.
Grandpa said all the bikers were in Sturgis because that's going on now.
Well, is Sturgis going on now?
Yeah.
That doesn't really matter here. We're kind of.
Only hardcore people would really go up there for that because that's fucking fire.
In Florida, it's 24/7 all year round.
Well, yeah, it's very biker centric in this area.
This is bikers heaven.
Like I said, I grew up in Daytona Beach, which is like one of the biker hubs of
this
the
is the
United
place
States.
Where you go if you want to buy a $3,000 fucking Harley. I mean, Harleys are cheap here because they come here, they retire here, and they die here, and there's all these fucking extra bikes. So you can get a Harley Sportster here for $1,500, a pretty good one. You can get a Softail, a Harley Softail, for about $3,000. You can get a fucking full dresser from the 90s or the 2000s for about $4,000. So if you want a project bike, and that's really was the next thing I was going to do once I get done with the RD, was to get some kind of a Harley Davidson. I got 2 Buells. I was thinking about getting a Hot Rod Sportster because I have the tools to work on them, and I know the motor real well. But you see, I don't have a big bike. I wouldn't mind having like a fucking Dyna or a fucking Softail, and it would be a stripper. It would or a bobber. It wouldn't. I don't need a full dress motorcycle with fucking bags, hard bags and shit. I'm not into that. I just want a bar hopper.
CB says, Tom, why do I have a feeling you don't need to be asked twice to get your top off in a bar?
It depends on who's in the damn bar.
And how drunk he is. And yeah, those two factors. Those two factors. Because I think, well, if you take
if we're at fucking the Axe Trap and everybody's there, if somebody asked me to take my shirt off, I'd take a shirt off.
Yeah, immediately.
Fucking take it off immediately. I'd be pulling my shit up like that.
He would get on the there's a stripper pole there too.
Because I'd get up on a stripper pole.
Because as we've said before, I actually kind of like that they did this.
Yeah.
The Axe Trap, it's not a strip joint, obviously. It's kind of it's an axe throwing place that's like a bar and restaurant. And then like on Saturdays they open up and have a big dance floor. And it used to be it's a different building because they tore down the old one. But it used to be a strip club called the Booby Trap that had two big concrete tits on the top. It was a Orlando classic. You could see it from I-4. You used to be able to, like back in the old days when I was a kid. And it was kind of, everybody knew it, obviously, because if you have tits on the top of your building, everybody's going to, it's a landmark.
Yeah, you're going to see that.
You know what I mean? So when that closed, I don't even remember, it closed like a long time ago. I don't even remember when that was.
Yeah.
But, when it closed, it got torn down, and then this building got built there, which actually is just kind of a nice, modern-looking
it's classy now.
Building.
It's classy.
They decided, in homage, because it was such an iconic place, that it's like, well, this is an axe-throwing place, so we're going to call it the Axe Trap instead of the Booby Trap. And they kept the original stripper pole and a sign that said, a pink neon sign that says Booby Trap. And so they just have it like in one corner, like of the dance floor, so you can take pictures over there if you want to. And I was like, I kind of like that they preserved that history. I thought that was kind of cool of them. But yeah, so if you see that, like I said, it's not a strip club. It's just they kept that over there from the original.
Yeah, and I'll
what
get up
used
there.
To be there.
I'll get up there towards the end of the night, and if I'm fucking slammed and I'm having a good time dancing, I'll get up there and I'll start fucking dancing and shit like that. And then the girls see me dancing, and then they're trying to kick me out.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
so
get off of there.
Well, if he's going to dance, then I'm going to dance. And then, like, so I'll get up
there. It's a war for attention. There's only one stripper pole.
I'll turn upside down and spin around a pole and fucking hit the ground fucking back first and shit, And then the girls will kick me out because I'm kicking it off. That's how I kick it off. And they get on there and they fuck up. And then recently that fucking blonde in her 50s who's our age, she's a veteran stripper.
Yeah.
She's like...
Oh, she's not a stripper anymore, but she used to be.
She used to be. She'll part the Red Sea. Get off. Be gone.
Yeah, she's like, let me show you bitches how it's done.
Yeah, let me show you how this shit's done. And she's got these fucking
she's funny.
Big old tall heels. And she's got her legs are extremely ripped. I mean, she looks great. And she get up there and do the whole thing and put on a whole fucking show and shit.
She doesn't do it every time, but sometimes.
Yeah, not every time, but if she sees girls up there doing it, she's
that are messing up.
She's gonna have to drop her titties.
Although, she doesn't do it in a mean way. Like she does it in a kind of.
She's cool with them.
She's just kind of like she's kind of giving them tips.
She's like, that's not how you do it.
That's not how you do it.
Her name's Amanda.
Yeah,
she's cool.
She's cool. Yeah, we met her not that long ago because we kept seeing her turn up all the time. Yeah. But she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let me see. Gramther says, which ethnic group of women has the most histrionics? Asian, American, or Brazilian?
Jewish.
Well, that's not really a nationality.
Jewish. He's talking about ethnic group. Yeah, Jewish American girls. Like, just go down to Brookline in Boston. Histrionic as a motherfucker. Jewish American.
I just thought Brazilians were known for being very, South Americans in general for being like super over the top, and Italians I heard, but I've never been there.
No, I think that's kind of like
a stereotype.
That's a stereotype. That's not.
I don't know. I haven't been. You grew up there, so
Latin American women come from an honor culture. They're very kind of Catholic. They're very warm, emotional, and feisty. They'll fight for a man. They're like Jen. Jen will fight for me. They're like that. They're like that.
I'll fight for other reasons. I'll fight if somebody just pisses me off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes a while to get me to that because I'm a nice person, but I only have a certain amount of patience, and once that is depleted, then all bets are off.
Yeah.
I will absolutely
But no, in my
punch you in the
experience in
face.
Boston, I would say Jewish American girls would be the most histrionic and neurotic. Worry warts, fucking, oh, really? Oh, and hostile.
I'm kind of a worry wart.
Yeah.
CB says women like guys that have a smaller dick because most of them don't like sex that hurts. Yeah, it's just kind of like we've talked about this before, but like dudes that have like really giant like monster dicks, you'd think, you know, other guys would be like, "Oh man, I wish I had." No, you don't, because it's like those guys have like a lot of problems. Unless they're in porn.
Yeah.
In which case, you know, they probably have cause to, you know, because a lot of women that get into it are into that kind of thing. But
Right.
just like the average women are just going to be like, no thanks.
Right now, one of the heavyweights
Very painful.
in porn is a black dude named Dredd. He's fucking huge. And I've seen interviews with professional porn stars who are also escorts who have fucking said that that dude only has sex because he's in porn. If he wasn't in porn, fucking,
yeah, he'd probably never.
Yeah,
because as soon as women saw that, they would run away.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, no," and they're like saying they're getting ready to do a scene with this dude. He pulls that out, and they're like, "Oh shit."
It's like,
and he's like, "Come on,
can I go home?"
He's like, "Come on, it'll be all right. You've done it before. It'll be all right." Yeah.
Get the lube.
They said they get over it.
Yeah, but you know.
And then they'll also say that it's not something that they'd like to live with every day, but it's got like a good vacation dick.
Yeah.
And that it's more something that fucking that they're into for anal.
Yeah.
You would think that anal would be worse, but I don't have female body parts, but they say that.
Yeah, I can see that.
They say that.
I mean, that's probably painful too, but
there's evidently more female anal queens out there
in a different way
than size queen stuff.
So I could see that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because it's not because when it's the anal situation, the length isn't fucking him up.
Yeah.
Okay. He had pretty good girth, but he's fucking long. So anal is probably a lot easier.
The girth is harmful. Painful.
Now this
also,
is something fucking we got.
I love that we're only like 12 minutes
in here. I got gay friends and shit. They'll tell you. Size is very important in the gay scene. Fucking, there's a lot of gay dudes are size queens, and it's not necessarily that they're like taking it. They're like looking at it. It's a status thing, and that's kind of
that makes sense because they're still dudes, and dudes are like more obsessed with dicks than women are. Big time. Even straight dudes are more obsessed with dicks than women are.
Well, it's like locker room shit, trying to put people in a hierarchy of fucking who's
Which
bigger
is
than
slightly gay when you think
about
it. Really, you know what I mean? That's why it's like, why do you think dudes send like dick pics to women and stuff? Like, we don't like that shit. But it's like they would like that.
Yeah.
If a woman sent like pictures of their tits or something like that,
they're trying to promote.
Whereas women are like creeper.
They're trying to signal their status.
Yeah, which is very silly. You would think in this day and age that everybody would know how stupid that was.
I would think that dick pics are probably pretty standard in the gay scene.
Yeah, and like I said, they're probably a lot more welcome.
Yeah.
But sending them to women is just dumb. Like, especially in this day, you should know better. Really.
I'll post pictures of myself shirtless and shit, as I'm making progress. And AGP, the angry gay pope will be like, you gotta learn how to pose. You gotta fucking do this. You gotta do that. He's coaching me because he wants to see the shit.
Yeah, he's very helpful.
Because gays are visual. But that doesn't mean he's wrong. I do need to fucking get the posing routines down for bodybuilding posing, like, fucking mantis pose and fucking front double bicep and all the shit. There's a routine that you're supposed to go through if you're going through competition. So I probably should practice that to make better videos. That way I'm not just standing there,
but it's like everything else. It's something you have to practice. And
yeah.
Zach says you guys should get AGP on the show again. Yeah, we haven't we had him on the show like 3 times. Like
AGP, I've talked to him recently. He wants to come on the show.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
maybe one of these days. He's still doing the Scientology.
Yeah, his channel's back up.
Yeah, I heard that his channel got put back up, which is good because it got taken down.
He said his boyfriend is the top male escort in LA.
Nice.
He showed him to me. Yeah, he's a muscle dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most gay dudes love that shit.
Yeah.
They love that shit.
He's the top gay escort.
Yeah. Counterlock says, Jenny, you should do a show about Glennon Engelman. Apparently, he was the inspiration for the Dentist horror movies. I never heard about that guy, but that sounds fascinating. So, yeah, I wrote that down, so I'm going to put that in. We had a poll go up today, so I'll probably put it in the next week's poll. Gramther says, yeah, I'm a little bit behind. I once met a woman who was a total 10 when it came to looks, but as soon as I figured out she was on the spectrum, I had no further interest in pursuing.
It wears off.
Yeah, because, well, the thing about it is, like I said, if it's one thing, you're just going to hit it and quit it, but it's just kind of like, then looks are really all that matter, right? I mean, I would think, but, if this is somebody that you're going to actually want to be around for any length of time, then, I mean, nobody wants to be around someone who's just, like, annoying or exhausting or...
Dudes are stereotyped as being all about looks. It is true that looks are the primary path, but you can turn that guy off, too, and then your looks don't matter.
Yeah.
He'll hit a couple times, but he's like, fuck this bitch, man. I'm going to hit it maybe next week, and then that's it. Because I can't
I'm going to ghost her ass.
I can't stand her. And here's the thing that would really hurt a woman's feelings. He's fucking you, and he's looking at you, but he's imagining it's another chick.
Well, that is hurtful, but I already figured that out on my own.
Yeah.
So.
That's happening. Because he doesn't like your personality. That's real fucking blow. He likes how you look. He doesn't like you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of women, because I'm not saying that women don't like to look good. They do. But I think women more want to be appreciated for who they are as a person. So, and I'm not saying that I don't even know if it'd be more hurtful that somebody just thought you were fat or ugly or whatever, or if somebody just thought you were a terrible person. I mean, it all sucks.
Well, a lot of times what happens is that she's good looking, she's popular, a lot of guys are dating her. But she opens her mouth and she just fucking says stupid shit. So she starts losing a lot of respect in your eyes, and you're just like, this chick's fucking stupid, And she starts she thinks she's really cool, but she's not. And then dudes are like, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one.
Well, like I said, sometimes, and this is obviously not true across the board, because I've known,
if you're a normal chick,
yeah,
that's not the problem. The problem is there's something up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of women that were gorgeous, but were also awesome people. Yeah. You know what I mean? So this is not true across the board, but sometimes a certain type of woman that's really, really good looking, a lot of times they will coast on that for a long time. Right. And so they can get away with being annoying as shit and stuff like that because they're hot. Like, a lot of times they can't get a dude to hang around for a long time.
She's calling it. Yeah.
But the thing about it too is that when those women get older and they don't have all the dudes sniffing around anymore, then a lot of times they have existential crises because they don't have anything to back that up because they never had to. Yeah. Because they just kind of got by on their looks. Everyone was nice to them because they were good looking, because people are nicer to good looking people. That's just kind of the sad reality.
We know women that look fucking fantastic and they're super friendly. And they're good. That's not who we're talking about.
And honestly, most of the women that I know that are friends of ours are beautiful. Yeah, yeah. And are awesome. They're just awesome people. They're not bitches. They're not snotty or nothing. You know what I mean? I know a couple that are kind of questionable, but not many. Most of the women that we know are not only outer, beautiful on the outside, but they're also just really good, cool people.
Yeah. The ones that gotta watch it are good looking, self-centered. They're not really self-aware though. They're saying things that make them look bad, but they don't realize it because they don't have any self-awareness, And they tend to kind of have nasty personalities. They're kind of mean.
Yeah. And because they always got away with it.
Yeah, they could get away with being mean, bitchy. Or they're just fucking really annoying. Yeah. Everything is me. Soup, and that can get really annoying very quickly. Trying to think what's another thing. But you know it when you see it.
Yeah, yeah. Zach says, same issue in the gay scene. Hot dudes with nothing behind the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's nobody really wants to hang out with somebody that is good looking, but they're not interesting, or they're just assholes, or nobody wants to hang out with somebody like that, or they're just miserable to be around.
Yeah.
Right? So good looks will get you your foot in the door.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to have something else like to back that up.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
It's just a calling card.
Yeah. They do get a lot more attention, and they do get a lot more free shit, and people are nicer to them.
You get a lot more respect.
Just right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people that are just kind of plain or ugly or whatever, they are invisible pretty much. Or sometimes like people are actively hostile toward them, I've noticed.
If you're a pretty good looking dude and you get jacked, shit changes a lot for you. If you're kind of like kind of a nobody and you get jacked, it doesn't change that much. I've seen it, because there are guys that have kind of gotten jacked, but they're compensating for other problems in their personality or their physiology, and it improved them, but it didn't. You can't coast on that either. You got
to work on the whole.
It's got to be a kind of a holistic thing, and some dudes just don't have the personality or the looks. Just you can be okay, or maybe like an ugly guy, get jacked and look a lot better. You're still not really that good of a good looking guy. And there's also certain genetics that are out there that you get jacked and you kind of, in a way, look worse. It's kind of because of where the muscle went, the shape. It's kind of weird. You can't predict genetics. How shit turns
and
out.
some people get lucky and some people don't. And there's things you can do within those parameters, but like I'm obviously never going to be 5'7" slender ballet dancer, because I'm just not built like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's not the only type.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that,
so many good looking,
you can improve, but you can't be something that you're inherently
There's
not.
so many different types of good looking women. There's little pixies and, big, fine, round looking women, and big chicks and thick ones and tall aquiline. There's a bunch of different looks.
Well, same with dudes.
Yeah, Jen looks best as kind of like a stocky, muscular, medium-sized chick, big boobs, kind of like a what was her name? What was that chick's name from porn? Something or other White. Kind of like an Angela White.
He always compares people to porn stars.
Jen reminds me a lot of Angela White. Yeah.
She does have a similar build to me.
Very similar. And a similar kind of face. Kind of like that.
I'm
that type.
Yeah, I don't look exactly like her, but similar.
That's the type you are.
Yeah.
And Sophie D was similar.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I kind of remember her. Gramther says, which audience group has the biggest presence on this podcast? Gays, Norwegians, or goths? Or gay Norwegian goths. There we go. That's where now we're getting super specific with the demographics.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a long time.
Yeah.
We never really worried about it. We were just doing the show.
We do have seems like a disproportionate amount of Norwegians in here. Well,
yeah.
I say disproportionate, but it's like 3 Norwegians, right? And 2 of them know each other. Actually, they all know each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but out of the people, the small pool of people that watch the show, 3 Norwegians, that is pretty significant. Zach says, I'm 5'7", but with really wide shoulders and kind of stubby looking legs, broad chest, and no idea what to do with any of it. I feel you on the stubby legs, because I have that too. Although they look better since I've started using the squat
machine. You don't have stubby legs.
I used to, though.
You're a medium build.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not, like I said, I'm not like wispy or like elfin or anything like that, which always made me mad when I was younger, because that's what I wanted to be. Because when I was little, I wanted to do ballet. I actually did take ballet classes.
Yeah.
And I was good at it because I'm like, I was really flexible when I was younger. But I don't have the build for it. You know what I mean?
You were built.
I'm too short, and I'm more built like a gymnast.
Yeah.
Like I was good at that too. Like I also took gymnastics.
You're kind of like a stocky farm girl, cowgirl kind of build.
Because I'm kind of short. You know what I mean? I'm only 5'3", and
yeah,
you know, and I kind of had short legs and short arms.
You don't have short legs. It's the proportion's good.
Yeah, and I'm a little like short waisted.
You're kind of thick.
Yeah.
You weren't designed to be any lighter than 135, 145 pounds.
Probably not, because I have been lighter than that, and I looked kind of weird. Like, remember the first time, like, after when I first lost all that weight, like, I lost, like, 100 pounds or something like that.
There were a while you were looking really good at, like, 170.
Well, I got down to 118.
Yeah.
And so I was really skinny, like, at that time. And it's like, I started to look a little strange. Like, I started to look kind of sickly. I think I look best around 135-ish.
About
135, 140, somewhere around there.
It depends on fucking...
That's when I seem to look the best.
Yeah.
When my clothes fit the best. I didn't look like I had a disease. You know what I mean?
Depends on body composition. How much of it is fat, how much of it is muscle, you know. It has a lot to do with it. You're more muscular than you were back then. So you could weigh more and look better. Because muscle weighs more.
Yeah.
You know, like you'd probably make an awesome muscular 170, 160, you know. And have the right fat to muscle composition for your frame where it all works out.
Yeah, and I mean...
You were actually designed to have big legs.
Yeah.
Big legs, big thighs.
I've kind of just accepted it now.
Yeah.
I didn't like it for a long time, and I was kind of like fighting against it.
That look is in.
Yeah, well, you have to...
Instagram and
I mean, you have to admit, though, that before the advent of the internet and before that, like, you were, like, when you were growing up in the 70s and 80s, you were supposed to look like a stick Kokor.
Yeah. That didn't look good.
For the vast majority of us that did not look like that, it was pretty depressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what was... that's what you were supposed to look like, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not going to work out. You know what I mean?
You were supposed to be pretty muscular.
Yeah.
Thick. Muscular, big legs. You know. You're getting there. Even, which is ridiculous, we're in our 50s and we're actually moving forward with physical development. You know. It's because of technology, you know what I mean? Fucking all the drugs and all the hormones are out there. And if you work out, you can get anything you want when you're at our level. I mean, you know, because we weren't super overweight, so we had good starting points and decent genetics to do it. You know, it would be totally different if we weighed 300 pounds, you know.
Well, yeah.
From the starting point, it'd be a lot harder.
Zach says, that's part of why I want to get bell bottoms. To me, they always make people look taller. I don't know why.
Jen looks great in bell bottoms. Her ass, fucking her thighs look so fucking good in bell bottoms.
Yeah, it's weird. I never
this
really...
This morning, she's walked by and she's wearing them, and I was like, God damn.
They're not big, huge bell bottoms, but they're just like... I have a lot of...
bell bottoms.
Yeah, they're like modern ones that are kind of more like... They're kind of more like... what are they made of? Like, not spandex, but...
It's just kind of...
Lycra or something like that. So they're kind of... No, I don't want to get up. So they're kind of... You know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're really tight, they're but breathable, and then they just stretchy. Kind of like stretchy, and then they like foosh out at the bottom. Yeah. So I have like a bunch of pants like that, and a lot of them are good. Like a lot of the pairs I have too are good because I have these really good pairs of pants that I really like. I think I just got them on Amazon or something. I got like 3 pairs because I liked them so much, and they're like yoga pants, but they're like way thicker. So you can wear them for work pants because they kind of look like slacks. So you can't like see through them or anything. And they're kind of bell bottoms, but they're tight, but they also have like a high waist that like pushes your stomach in. So they're like super, super flattering.
Travis is going, testo? Testo? What is testo?
I don't know.
I don't know what testo is.
He said he was made for 90 kilograms. I don't know how much 90 kilograms is. We're Americans. We don't.
Yeah, Americans don't have.
I don't remember. They did teach us. You know, I don't know. Europeans might not know this, but they do teach you the metric system in school. But because it's not used regularly, most of us forget it. Like I kind of remember some of it, but usually I have to like think about it. You know what I mean? They do teach us the metric system, or they used to. When I was a kid, they did. Zach said, also, does it shock you at all that Stevie Nicks did a lot of ballet? She's actually only 5'1", but doesn't look like it to me.
Yeah.
I remember just learning that pretty recently and being like, yeah, she really does not look like a short person, because wow, that's shorter than I am, and I'm pretty fucking short.
How tall was Dolly Parton? Go check it out.
She's pretty little.
Yeah. I just saw something with Dolly Parton. She was on in the year 2000. She was on fucking.
But she looks little.
Yeah, in 2000 she was on a talk show and they were talking to her and she's fucking taking her fucking jacket off. And man, she looked fucking gorgeous. Dolly was ultimate. I think
Dolly Parton is a national treasure.
Yeah, I think she was about 5 feet.
Yeah, she's pretty small.
Yeah, Dolly was like the ultimate Southern girl. Yeah.
She seems like just a delightful human being.
Yeah, the big implants and the fucking, and she's probably like damn near 80 now and she still looks great.
I hope we don't ever find anything out bad about her. It's just because, like, I feel like her and Mr. Rogers and, like, maybe Keanu Reeves or, like, people that just seem like genuinely good people and there's nothing bad about them. It's like, I'm always just like, please tell me that they're not secretly pedophiles.
No, there's nothing wrong with fucking...
No. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with Dolly.
Because you never know.
Dolly was just
like, that would be heartbreaking.
People say I'm trashy. I'm not trashy. That's what she said. I'm not trashy.
Yeah, Zach says she's only 5 feet tall.
5 foot, yeah.
Yeah, so she, like, but she looks little. She looks like a little bitty lady.
Man, that girl was so cute.
Yeah, she's just, like I said, she just seems like a delightful human being, like, all around. We should all aspire to be like Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly. that was the old school Southern girl archetype, Dolly Parton, and then the old school fucking male Southern type is fucking Burt Reynolds, which I was a big fan of Burt. I thought Burt was cool.
Burt was
cool.
I was scrolling through. Might have been Amazon Prime or Hulu, I can't remember. But I saw that that they had put the original Smokey and the Bandit up there. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, I was almost kind of tempted to rewatch.
Yeah. It's just silly.
Because remember how we went on, like, this was probably like a year or two ago? How we went on like a Burt Reynolds tear for like a few movie reviews.
Whitesploitation.
And we did like White Lightning and Gator and what was that other one that he did that starts with an M that I can't remember? But we did
Malone.
a bunch. Malone, there you go.
Yeah,
Thank you. I knew it was like one word that started with an M.
Malone, yeah. That was a good movie.
And it was, actually. So we did a bunch of Burt Reynolds movies. But I don't think we did Sharky's Machine. Yeah, we did that one too. Yeah, shit, we did a lot of them, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I didn't think, I was like, oh, we should get it. Oh, and we did Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Speaking of Dolly Parton, we did that one too.
Stroker Ace.
And Stroker Ace. Shit, we did do a lot of these.
Ace,
man.
Yeah.
So that's like 6 right there, isn't it? Or 5 or 6. And I was like, oh, we'll probably get around to doing Smokey and the Bandit, but I don't think we ever did. Because, man, Smokey and the Bandit was on HBO or Cinemax every 5 fucking minutes back in the early 80s. Because back when they first started the pay channels, they didn't have much content, you know what I mean? So it's like, so a lot of times they would show like the same 5 movies like over and over again until like, and you would get like the little books. If you old people, like people that are old as me would remember this.
Guides,
you get the little guide. It was like this big, and it would show like all the movies for the month. And like I said, they'd have only like a handful of movies. And they usually weren't super successful movies because like I said, they were just kind of starting out, and presumably it was stuff that didn't cost them that much, like, to show. So a lot of times you would see those movies, they were just on all the time. Like I said, fucking Smokey and the Bandit was on all the time. Time After Time with Malcolm McDowell, which I still fucking love that movie. It's fantastic if you haven't seen it, from 1979. That was on all the time. The fucking pirate movie with Christy McNichol, that was on all the time. What was that one with Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn and Burgess Meredith, and it was like a murder mystery. Burgess Meredith had a python named Esme.
Yeah.
The fuck was the name of that movie? I saw that a million times too.
I don't know.
I actually wouldn't mind rewatching that. It's probably not as good as I remember, but
they're talking all kinds of shit. It's not Burp Reynolds.
Burp Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Although, yeah, Burt Reynolds is his...
Burt Reynolds.
That's like his Muppet.
Yeah,
counter.
Burt was cool, bro. And then I got a British dude in there saying, yeah, Dolly was an example of how to act when you're Southern, not to act like an ignorant jackass. Southerners don't act like ignorant
Well,
jackass.
some of them do. I
Yeah,
grew up
very
here.
few. But what you were seeing on the movies, you're seeing people from California doing Southern stereotypes on the fucking and in their movies because they never been here. They don't know anything.
I grew up here.
Racism.
Some of them are like that. Some of them were in my own ass family.
Yeah, but the thing is that you could do that with any fucking ethnic group. You could, they had Northerners that fucking act certain ways.
And Gramthers points out that
yeah.
Burt Reynolds was born in Lansing, Michigan, so he's not actually a Southern.
No, he was Southern because his parents were from Georgia.
And yeah, but I'm just saying technically.
Yeah, his parents were from Georgia, and they were in the military, and his dad was stationed in Michigan. That's where he was born. But they moved back to the South, fucking, after his dad transferred out of there. Fucking, Burt was Southern. He was from the South. And he got famous for a studio that was in Nashville, Tennessee. All those movies that we're talking about, like, Smoking the Bandit, and Sharky's Machine, and they were not Hollywood movies. They were from Nashville. They were Southern movies, and they were made for the Southern audience. It was whitesploitation. But they wrote those. They fucking performed them here, and they were made for limited release, mostly in the South. And fucking, we loved them. They were made by Southern people for the South.
But yeah, I mean, Smokey and the Bandit and the Cannonball Run were on fucking HBO all the time.
Yeah.
I must have seen those movies like 40,000 times when I was a kid. They were always on.
A lot of it had to do with licensing. Movies out of Nashville weren't going to charge fucking the cable channels a whole lot of money to fucking... So they could pick them up cheap. They were kind of like independent films. But they were out of studios. They were made out of Nashville.
Well, and I remember Smokey and the Bandit actually like made a fuck ton of money.
They made a shit ton of money. They made a lot of money.
At least that one did.
And another one that he did, they made a lot of Stroker Ace.
Yeah, I think that was a big
another
hit.
good one. Burt's movies made a lot of money. And he had a fucking...
Well, that's why they made so many of them.
Yeah, and
Dude was everywhere.
He had a huge American fan base. He was very strong in the South, but the rest of the country liked him too. Everybody else watched those movies also. So it wasn't just a Southern thing.
No.
Yeah.
Counterlock says, I remember telling you guys about a shark movie that Burt Reynolds did where a person was really killed by a shark in the movie, and the movie was titled Shark. I've
never seen that one.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
That was Burt Reynolds doing Jaws.
Yeah. Everybody was doing Jaws back in the day. Well, even if it wasn't just with a shark, like, because they did a million, like, big animal eats people movies. It's like, sometimes it's a shark, but, you know, this time it's an octopus, or this time it's piranhas, or this time it's a grizzly bear, or whatever.
One of the best old school Southern whitesploitation cop movies that was, like, serious was called Sharky's Machine. It had Burt Reynolds in it. And he was playing a cop in Atlanta. And Atlanta is kind of like the South version of fucking New York. It looks like New York City the way it's shot in the movie.
Yeah, Atlanta's massive. My sister lives there.
Yeah, and fucking the dude from Kiss was in it. Gene Simmons was in it.
Yeah.
And he played one of the bad guys, if I remember correctly. Wasn't Gene Simmons in that shit?
Was he in that one?
Or was it? Or am I getting confused? I'm pretty sure Gene Simmons was in it.
He was in one of them, but I don't remember if it was that one. It very well could have been, but I don't really remember.
It was a good movie. We rewatched it later, and it had
we reviewed it.
It had all of the elements of a Southern Gothic in it, including paranormal shit. Sharky's fucking partner in his fucking team, they were undercover cops, was this black dude who was into like parapsychology. And he thought he had read this study that a person in one of these studies had willed themselves to become invisible. And fucking Sharky's like, nah, come on, man. Well, there's a scene in the movie where he's been shot and the fucking Gene Simmons killer is fucking coming in on him. He just starts fucking repeating himself, I'm invisible, I'm invisible, I'm invisible. And the dude comes in and puts a gun right to his head. He's going, I'm invisible. And he doesn't pull the trigger and walks off. And it was weird because it left plausible deniability. Did he become invisible? Which that is a fucking very Southern fucking concept. If it was like maybe the killer was just crazy, or maybe he did become invisible. We don't know. It's just one of the really cool parts of that movie. I liked it, which kind of that kind of let that movie, the Southern Gothic element of fucking having something supernatural in it. Because we're gonna put some supernatural shit in the movie if it's the Southern Gothic.
Counterlock is saying the movie I was trying to remember before with Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn in it. He said, "Is it Hanky Panky?" I don't think that's it. I know what that movie is because I've seen that one before, but I think this one is a different one. This one, like I said, it was like a murder mystery. What the fuck was the name of that? I've seen Hanky Panky. It's not that. But I can't remember what the... I'll probably remember it like fucking half an hour from now, and then I'll just be like, oh, you know, duh. I saw it a million times, like back in the old days. I don't know why I can't remember it.
Travis Posey's going to smoke the bandit. No, it's called Smokey and the Bandit. What country is this from? Is this an American we're dealing with? It's called Smokey and the Bandit.
Iconic American film from the early 1980s.
From the Smokey and the Bandit was about...
Well, Smokey was a cop.
A Smokey means a cop.
A cop.
And the Bandit
was Burt Reynolds' character.
So it was the cop.
He was a bootlegger.
He's a bootlegger. He was being hired to transport a truck full of fucking cigarettes. Was it cigarettes or was it booze?
I thought it was beer.
Was it beer?
Wasn't it Coors?
Yeah, something like that.
Like something that you couldn't sell like on the other side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, so they could get across
like it was some kind of smuggling.
They were trying to get around certain taxation laws.
Yeah.
But that was all bullshit. We knew back in the 80s when the movie came out, it's not that we're talking about. Because you wouldn't make enough money on beer no matter. They were talking about smuggling weed, but they couldn't say that.
Yeah, it had to be beer.
So it had to be beer.
It was even in the song.
Yeah.
That Jerry Reed sang, the Smokey and the Bandit song.
It said it was beer?
Yeah, it even says beer in the song.
It says beer, but it could only be
definitely
weed,
beer.
Though. But
yeah, because why the fuck would you? That's why. Even when I was a kid, I was like, why would you need to take beer? They have beer over there.
So Bert gets his buddy who's a truck driver and says, look, we're going to fucking take all this fucking beer across these lines. It's got to be there within a certain amount of time or we're going to make all this money. And he goes, I'm going to get in my Trans Am and I'm going to get out in front of you. We're going to have CBs. Because CBs were really cool back there.
Yeah, there was so many movies with like CB shit in it.
Yeah, everything had to do with
my
CB.
dad was super into that CB shit.
Because that's like you're talking and it's free. You didn't pay for anything. It's like you're cheating. Because you had to pay for the telephone. Yeah. But you had to pay for the CB. So they're going to take the CB and he's going to run out in front of the truck and attract all the attention from the police.
Yeah, he's like running interference.
Right. Even though it makes no fucking sense. It'd be better to just calmly drive the truck across the states and no one would notice. But that's not how they're going to play this game.
Yeah, much better to like, but I mean, yeah, you'd think it was a lot more sus to like have this flashy motherfucker like driving this black shiny Trans Am.
Black shiny
like a crazy person.
Big old fucking golden bird on the hood. Yeah. And he's got a cowboy hat and fucking, he got a mustache on. and he's got Sally Fields with him. He picks
with her bridal outfit.
With her bridal outfit. And that was his girlfriend in real life.
At the time, yeah.
At the time. And Sally Fields she was a darling, you know. And he's fucking causing all this trouble, and the fucking police sees him, and it's Buford T. Justice, played by Jackie Gleason, a famous American actor from The Honeymooners, one of the original old television.
Yeah, like right to the moon.
One of the original television. Yeah, and he's just got these silly ass lines, you know. And he's got his son with him. It's just
the son wasn't the son supposed to marry Sally Field, and she took off like she left him at the altar.
I'm gonna slap your mama right in your mouth. I cannot believe you are from
I know
my
an asshole when I see one, and I'm looking at one.
I'm gonna slap your mama right in the mouth.
I know. Domestic violence, y'all. There were so many fucking jokes about it. Yeah, but you can say
it wasn't his kid. It's not. You are not my child. I'm gonna slap your mama right in your mouth. Just fucking funny shit.
It was pretty funny.
Smokey
Now I do.
and the Bandit. If you haven't seen Smokey,
Now I do kind of want to watch it again.
If you haven't seen Smokey and the Bandit, and you can, you can watch Smokey and the Bandit for free on YouTube.
Like I said, I saw it I thought it was Amazon Prime, but I don't remember. It was one of the streaming services that we had, and they had it, and I was like, oh, look at that. And I was going to watch it because I couldn't think of anything else to watch. But you know what I mean?
Now,
wait a minute.
Okay.
Granther says the best Burt Reynolds movie was Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
He nailed the 70s porn director in a leisure suit vibe. Man, I love Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights is so fucking good. And that was like, Burt Reynolds hadn't really been in a big movie, like, in a while, and so that was kind of like, I don't know if I want to say it was his comeback. I guess it kind of was, but man, he fucking killed it. He killed it in that movie. He was amazing. That was a great movie.
There were a lot of good Burt Reynolds movies.
Foul Play. Thank you very much, Counter Lock. Thank you. That's the movie that I was trying to think of. That's exactly it. Thank you. That was going to drive me crazy like all night long if I didn't think of it.
I still got to say the best Burt Reynolds movies. The best Burt Reynolds movies was White Lightning. It has it's happening in the Old South. It's got a very underground Quentin Tarantino kind of feel to it. It's just, if having grown up in Mississippi during the 70s, you know, fucking, that was the Mississippi of the 70s. It was another world. It was awesome. But it was like another country. It wasn't like the rest of America. It was back when Mississippi had its own culture. It was cool though. It was cool. See Gator.
Oracle points out,
not Gator, White Lightning.
Oracle
Gator
points out obviously that Burt Reynolds was also in Deliverance.
Deliverance was good.
One of the best movies of the 70s.
Yeah, Deliverance was extremely good.
Which I would call a horror movie.
Yeah.
Many wouldn't, but I would call it a horror movie.
Horror adventure.
Dave is here. What's up, Dave? How are you doing?
What's up, man? Hey, bro.
Nice to see you.
You're not coming out tomorrow. You don't come to.
He doesn't usually come on Saturdays. He was at Abyss last Friday. Though, remember?
Yeah.
He's talking about all the movies that they used to play back in the day. Grease 2, Modern Problems, Super Fuzz, over and over. Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? And I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm sure I'm gonna get hate for this. I unabashedly love Grease 2. Yeah. Sorry, I said it. And it's you know what? It's not even a guilty pleasure. Do I think it's a good movie objectively? No. It's not as good as the original, obviously, like the songs aren't as good and stuff. But I don't know. There was always something about it. I even had the album. I had like the vinyl album with all the songs on it. It's like Michelle Pfeiffer is in it. It was one of her very, very early roles. She sings in it. Not fantastically, I'm going to say. But, you know, she gave it the good college try. And I don't know. There was just something kind of charming about it. They did get... Didi Khan, who played Frenchie in the original, she returned. But other than that, it was all new people, which made sense because in the first Grease, they were seniors, right? So they were graduating. So these were like, you know, the next one's like coming up. So they did get a couple people, and they got like the guy that played the coach and shit like that. Like those people came back for Grease too. But I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I don't know. I have a lot of affection for Grease too, to be honest with you. I didn't like Modern Problems as much. I did like Super Fuzz though, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
Travis Posey says he's from Azerbaijan.
Like for real, or are you just making
it? Probably bullshitting.
Okay.
Asking what state has the best looking girls. They got bet.
There's good looking girls everywhere.
There are good looking girls everywhere, but Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida Panhandle, back in the 70s, had real good looking women. They still do, but there was even more so back then. I was growing up in those areas and would see them, and it was kind of like, that was kind of like the Ukraine of America. It was lower income. It was more developing. Those states were a little bit more developing. They were kind of behind the other states in the 70s. Now it's just like any other state. You know, we have everything else. You know, it's we got internet and fucking Starbucks and everything, so it's
Well,
just like any
yeah,
other
I mean,
place.
stuff isn't as culturally distinct as it used to be
Yeah,
when we
everything's
were
kind of
growing
becoming the
up.
same, yeah.
Because everything,
Yeah.
like I said, since the advent of the internet, like everything's kind of become
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
you know. Let me see. Oh yes, yeah, Counter Alex said, sorry, Jenny, it is foul play with Goldie and Chevy. Hanky Panky is Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner. My bad. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I knew that sounded familiar. I saw that one too, but I haven't seen that one in a very long time. Camp Guy says Boogie Nights and Magnolia were the absolute best P.T. Anderson movies. Man, we need to review Magnolia. You would probably be
remember
Tom Cruise is in it.
Yeah.
Playing, isn't that the one with Tom Cruise in it playing like a giant gaping asshole? Like, which he's good at. Like, he's really good at playing assholes. And that's like one of his best movies, I think. Because remember how good he was in Collateral, playing a villain?
Yeah.
He needs to do that more. You know what I mean? And he plays a villain. Well, sort of. Isn't he kind of a villain in Magnolia? I feel like he was.
He's kind of a vanilla. He's kind of a villain in Lestat in fucking.
Yeah, see, he's good at that.
Interview with the Vampire.
He's good when he plays a bad guy.
Great Interview with the Vampire.
He's good when he's playing a bad guy.
Yeah.
When he's trying to be good, it's just like, I'm not buying it.
It doesn't come off as.
Well, he just comes off as kind of smarmy and like cocky. But when he's playing a villain, like that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, stop trying to like convince me you're a good guy. You're not a good guy. You know what I mean?
He's best as a fucking cocky bad guy.
Yeah. That's where his strengths are. Like every time I've seen him play a role.
He gets hot when he does that. You're like, yeah, okay. Because I think that's how he is.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's closer to what his actual personality is like. You know what I mean?
Real cocky bad dude.
Yeah. Who was it that called him quote unquote diabolical?
That one chick from fucking Scientology who knew him.
Oh, was it Leah Remini?
No.
Was it Leah Remini?
One of the other ones. No, it wasn't Leah Remini. It was one of the other ones. The older chick. She goes, "Oh, he's diabolical."
Oh, the one that was like married to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's her name? I know who you're talking about. I can't remember. She wasn't like an actress or anything. No. Leah Remini had that whole like she left and then she made that series, which is excellent, by the way. If you haven't seen her Scientology series, it's really, really good. Camp Guy says the Sister Christian scene in Boogie Nights is among my favorites of all time. The one with the firecrackers. Man, that scene. I saw Boogie Nights in the theater, like the first time I saw it. And it's like that scene, like everybody was like literally just like completely stressed out. Like it was so fucking great. That was Alfred Molina, wasn't it? Like throwing the fucking firecrackers around. Or no, it wasn't Alfred Molina throwing the firecrackers. It was his little like Filipino houseboy or whatever it was.
That's
Holy
supposed
shit.
to be Travis.
Is it?
That's what he said.
Oh, okay. We didn't know you were a girl. I was like,
yeah, Travis Posey. Looks like a girl.
Okay. Well, whatever. Dave says, I know all the words to all them Grease 2 songs. Me too. Oh, and Eugene. Yeah, I forgot. That's what's that fucker's name? What's that actor's name? He was in that terrible I'll think of his name in a minute. I know his name because he was in that horrible Laser Blast movie that was on MST. I'll think of it in a second. But yeah, they brought Eugene back too. He must have failed a grade, which you wouldn't think. Or I guess he was only a junior in the first one. I don't think they specified what grade he was in the first Grease movie. But yeah, I know all the words to the songs too. Because like I said, I used to have the vinyl record. I don't think I have it anymore. I think I sold it at some point like many, many years ago when I was broke at some point and I was selling a bunch of my vinyl. And I think I probably sold that one. I also unabashedly love, this is probably even going to get me more hate than the Grease 2 thing would. I also unabashedly love the Robert Stigwood Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band movie with the Bee Gees.
That was pretty good. I liked it. Good, good.
Maybe because I saw it when I was a kid. And it had fucking, I mean, Alice Cooper was in it. George Burns was in it. Earth, Wind, and Fire was in it. It was just Peter Frampton was in it. It was just an all-star cast. Wasn't Steve Martin in it? I feel like Steve Martin was in it too. It's like it's a stupid movie. Like I realize that now. But I don't know. There's just something I don't think we ever reviewed it, did we? I thought we did Grease and Grease 2. Maybe. I'd have to look back at it. We've reviewed so many movies that I don't remember what ones we've done. But I don't remember if we've done Sergeant Pepper, though. Maybe we should do that one of these days. Like I said, objectively, it's a terrible movie. I understand that. But I don't know. There's just something about it that I really like. And that, honestly, I don't even like Aerosmith. But the cover in there that they do of Come Together is really good. That's like a really good... Because it's other people doing Beatles songs. And they've kind of made up this batshit story to sort of try and string together like all these songs, not all of which are on the Sgt. Pepper album, I will note. Not that it matters, but yeah, it was just a weird idea. Like, I'm sure drugs were involved in coming up with the concept, but that was on fucking cable all the time too. So I think I saw that a million times when I was a kid too. And, you know, yeah, I know some of those movies don't hold up, but I don't know. I still kind of like that one. And honestly, I watched Grease 2. I haven't seen Sgt. Pepper in a long time, but I watched Grease 2 probably like a year or two ago, and I'm like, nope, sorry, still like it. I thought I wouldn't. Like, I thought I would see it again and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? But I didn't. I was like, no, that's still pretty fun. Like I said, I don't like it as much as the first one, but, you know, not many movies are as good as the first one, because the first one's a lot of fun. That's pretty funny, though. Counterholic said, I don't know, there was just, Jenny, if you wanted really early, Michelle Pfeiffer movie that takes place on Halloween, check out the Hollywood Nights. Yeah, I think I saw that one, but maybe only once or twice. Like, I don't remember much about it.
What?
Camp Guy says, super high thigh cut swimsuits and aerobics does it for me every time. I saw that shit for those 80s movies. Oh my god.
Don't you jump down.
What's the matter, Pookie?
Jump down.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, jump.
Thump.
You're so fat.
Don't tell her that. You're gonna give her body issues.
You're so fat.
She's
She
just
comes right back over.
She's just chubby. That's all.
You...
She's just chubby.
I pick you back up again.
She's like, why? Stop picking me up.
She's like, fuck that. I'm gonna chase you off then.
She's like, stop thwarting me.
She's like, stop it.
Oh.
Stop it.
Grampter says, in her book called Famish, Marilyn Rice-Cub writes about making out with Tom Cruise for several hours for a scene which got edited out.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise plays a pickup artist salesman. Now I'm kind of interested to read that. To see what she says about it. Did she say anything mean about him? Because that would be super funny.
I'm sure she didn't.
I guess unless you're pretty secure in your career, like if you still have to make money, I would imagine you can't really shit talk.
No,
like too, especially somebody as famous as that, because they could really, and somebody that's like a Scientologist could make extra trouble for you because they are super happy.
I'm sure she had a great time. He's probably like, yeah, okay, making out with Tom Cruise.
Ew.
You'd do it.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, whatever.
Maybe for $10 million.
If it was your job, yeah, you'd do it.
If somebody gave me $10 million, I'd hold my nose and do it. No, I'm serious. It doesn't sound like a fun time to me. I don't think
it was a job. I'm sure.
I don't think I could. Well, I can't. I couldn't ever be a good actor really because I'm not good at faking stuff. Like if I don't like somebody, it's pretty obvious that I don't like them.
Yeah,
like,
but you don't know Tom Cruise. You never met him.
I don't know. He just seems very off-putting.
But that's just all. That may not be what it's like when you meet him.
Maybe
you
know
what I mean? Because that's all propaganda.
I get vibes.
And you know, you might show up and he's like an awesome dude. You don't know.
I get vibes. Dave says, also, I am actually thinking about bringing me and my nubby to Axe Trap. Yeah, you should. It's super fun. Like, it's pretty chill. It's like there's a lot bigger dance floor, you know.
Yeah.
We go every Saturday. It's like super fun. Yeah, Grampter says, I never made out with Marilyn, but know a couple cats who did. One of whom is sitting right in this
talking
room.
About Dom in high school.
Well,
okay. Yeah. She might be talking about me. I don't know.
Yeah, now we're kind of wondering
Yeah,
if the person that she was talking about in that book was you.
Yeah, it might be. Fucking give me some details of what she said, so I can fucking tell you if that's me or not.
Yeah, it's like maybe she was really
Yeah.
careful and like not to put any identifying information in there, so people wouldn't look up who it was. Eddie Deason, thank you. That's the dude's name that played Eugene in the Grease movies. I couldn't remember that motherfucker's name to save my life. Like I said, he was in Laser Blast also, which don't watch Laser Blast. Do watch the MST episode of Laser Blast because that is hilarious. But don't watch the movie on its own because it's ass. Oh my god, it's so bad.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
Even though Keenan Wynn is in it. Camp Guy says, I used to like that show, The Pickup Artist, where they took total losers and tried to teach them how to approach women in bars. I kind of remember hearing about that. It was a show, right? But it's just like, I'd be interested to watch it, but I don't know. It would probably just make me mad. Yeah, Oracle
mentioned a basement with a mushroom. I didn't do mushrooms with her.
Was there a mushroom involved somewhere?
No.
Did you eat something with mushrooms in it?
No.
I don't know. I'm just
and
grasping
I didn't
at
drop
straws
acid
here.
with her either. And actually, I don't think I actually ever fucking took Mary Lynn down to that fucking... She's talking about Steve's fucking basement.
The basement?
Yeah, it wasn't a basement. He had an apartment down in the basement.
So it was a basement, but it was an apartment.
But the thing is I think I'd already kind of fucking broke up with Mary Lynn by that time. I think. I don't remember being down there, but with her. I mostly mess around with Mary Lynn in cars and at her house. Yeah.
So maybe she's talking about a different
Might be talking about somebody else.
Although it is funny that the name kind of rhymes with your name.
Yeah.
Like the...
Yeah, people are like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, my ex-girlfriend, me and fucking Granthers knows who is talking about her. My ex-girlfriend's a celebrity. Mary Lynn Rice Cub. She was in 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my girlfriend.
I mean, she's been in a million things, but
yeah,
that's probably what she's best known
And I talk to her off and on, and fucking, hey, how you doing? Comment on her shit. We're friends. She could talk shit about me. I was a kid back then.
Yeah, it was
I'm sure I did all kinds of stupid shit. We're still buddies though. You know what I mean? Fucking, I love Mary Lynn. She's cool. Fucking, me and her is, I wouldn't say we're almost as tight as like me and Steve, who you know who Steve is, but that was all our same pack, And looking back on it, oh man, I'm sure I fucked up a lot of stuff back then. But I was,
Well, everybody did.
16,
That's
17.
How it goes.
Yeah, it's just
everybody
how it is.
did stupid shit when you were that age.
But Mary Lynn was awesome. She was awesome back then. She still is awesome. And girls were ahead of boys, just always back then. They were smarter than us, a little bit more developed. They were like at least 3 years ahead.
Yeah, I always found that to be the case.
Yeah.
So Camp Guy's talking about that pickup artist show. Oh, okay. So now I know what show you're talking about. There were two dudes that wore outlandish costumes and would flirt with the girls in the bars. I think their avatars were Mystery and Matador. Ooh, I remember Mystery. Was he the douche with like the velvet, like wasn't it like a crushed velvet top hat or something? And like wasn't one of their things like you have to wear some outrageous outfit so people will notice you and then like give them somebody to talk about? Was he the one that came up with the negging, or was that prior? Because I feel like negging was like a big thing in that PUA thing where you're supposed to go up there and like what's with those ugly shoes or something like that. Like you're supposed to get the girl to like interact with you and like defend herself.
Yeah.
So you can put her in a subordinate position. Like it was this whole thing that they did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who is this now?
The pickup artists.
Pickup artists trying to fucking achieve dominance by making fun of a girl?
Yeah. Yeah. Negging.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it.
I would not either. It's a good way to get your
girls try to do it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
I was like, if you did it to me, it's a good way to get your fucking teeth knocked out. Because like I said, I will hit you right in your face.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm not shy, and I'm too old to care. You know what I mean?
She said it was a smush room.
The smush room.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I need more details than that. She's not talking about me, probably.
I mean, but she could be. But
I have to see what it is that she said.
We're gonna have to
My
get.
memory's
We're
pretty
gonna have
good.
to get that book now.
It couldn't have been much. It couldn't have been much. It couldn't have been very important that he would have said something important about it. But we're on good terms, so I don't think it would have been anything real negative.
Well, yeah. I mean, if she'd said something, shitty about you, I'm sure he would have mentioned that.
Well, she wouldn't have talked to me.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Like if he did anything fucked up.
No.
Well, you didn't seem like you would have done anything fucked up back in the day.
No, nothing. Nothing.
You're an all right dude. You're all right.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't beat her up or anything, you know.
Well, I hope not.
Or
I mean, that's a pretty low bar to clear, Tom.
But, yeah, you know, but you know, that's beat her up and rape her or anything, you know. No. So you know.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good for you. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
That's just probably a good idea.
No, she's a friend of mine.
Yeah. That's funny. It's a mushroom. I mean, it's possible. Like I said, now I kind of want to get that book just.
No, it's not possible that I raped her.
No, it's possible that Dom is here.
Oh, Dom. Yeah, I don't know.
The mysterious Dom.
Yeah, now you're getting her fucking. Like, now she wants to know.
Now I'm like intrigued.
There's nothing there. He might be making.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's probably not. I mean, you know, she's been in the business for a long time, so I'm sure it's probably just like a paragraph or two where she's talking about that. Because, man, if I was writing a book about my life or something, I don't think I would bring up much from high school because I don't really remember much from it. You know, and really, I'm old now, and it doesn't really make any difference. But you know, so I guess.
Well, I think I'm honored that she remembered me. I thought maybe she'd mention Steve more than me if she's mentioned me, because Steve dated her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe Dom is Steve.
Yeah, it might be Steve. You don't
Who
know.
knows?
You don't know.
It's a mystery. Like I said, we're just going to have to buy the book and find out.
Yeah. Nah, fuck that shit. I don't care.
Hey, I might get it free on my Kindle Unlimited. We'll see. I'm going to look on there if I remember. Because I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription. And sometimes you can get ebooks for free, right? If the author is...
Me and Steve were dating her at the same time.
Yeah.
We were progressive, bro. We double date her.
Well,
yeah, we both take her out on a date.
Well, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
She gets 2 guys.
Yeah, we didn't care. You get this in, I get this in. We were fucking fighting over it, shit like that.
Pulling her apart like fresh bread.
What's that? Oh, she loved it.
Granther says this mushroom was also known as the Love Hotel.
She's making this shit up. We didn't call it that. We didn't call it that.
What did you call it?
Nothing.
You didn't call it anything?
No.
You didn't have like a cute name for it?
No. It was just fucking Steve's place.
Yeah, let's just go to Steve's place.
Yeah, let's go down and fucking hang out in the basement.
Let's go watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre and get a blowjob and smoke some weed. As one does.
We were dating, man. We were dating. And fucking, she wasn't the only one, man. I had G. Petrowski down there. G's little cute ass down there. Her little punk rock. I used to date her down there. Fucking, I used to take Cheryl Rummelard down there. And fucking, Steve would lose his fucking mind because that was his fucking ex-girlfriend from he'd get jealous. He's like, dude, what do you care about? You got another girlfriend. You're with Carrie. It is because that was one of his first girlfriends.
So he was mad because bro code?
There was no bro code. There was no fucking bro code.
Well, in that situation, it sounds like there might have been.
Yeah, he goes, she's so cheap, man. She's a little cheap. Cheap? What are you talking about cheap, man? She's cool. What are you talking about? She's just so cheap. Like, bitch, you're just mad that I'm with your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember Cheryl?
So
Cheryl was
bitchy.
a fucking flaming redhead.
Dudes
big
are
boobs.
so bitchy.
She's about like Jen's build, big boobs, fucking little waist and shit. She's a nurse now. Got her on my friends list. I'll focus Cheryl. And she was cool. We went to the Lesarium. Like out of fucking...
Is that how they said it in the commercial?
No, that's how they said it on fucking... What was the one with all the little fucking cartoon characters with shit?
I don't know what you're talking about, Tom.
The one where they were making fun of Scientology and everything.
Oh, South Park.
South Park, yeah, the Lesarium.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I didn't see that episode.
Yeah, took Cheryl to the Lesarium. Steve was with me. Cheryl's friend was with, and Cheryl fucking threw up in her purse.
Oh
Got
no.
sick in the lasarium.
Well, I
right?
mean, at least she didn't throw up on the
Threw
floor
up in her
and somebody
purse.
had
Yeah,
to.
was
So
like,
that was polite.
Shit, fucking yeah. And she goes, "It's my heart medicine." She had some kind of heart medicine she was taking.
Oh
That's what
shit!
she
Nip
said.
Mitter.
Yeah. And Steve was like, "Man." She's like, dude, she threw up in your purse. She sure it wasn't your deodorant or anything. And it's like, I hope it was. But Steve started fucking with me about it. It wasn't, though.
It was your BO. Like
Yeah,
you
I
made her
asked her,
throw
"Why'd
up in
you
her
throw
own
up
ass
in-"
purse.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. And she was getting ready to blow me in the lasarium.
But then she threw up
Then
and
she
like
threw up, and I was
ruined the
just
whole
like,
moment.
fuck happened? Fuck happened. Y'all don't know how wild the 80s actually were.
It's so weird that like
the
we
80s
didn't
were
really.
fucking wild, bro.
It's funny that you bring up the lasarium because I kind of
Yeah.
feel like there wasn't, I grew up in Daytona Beach and there wasn't like a lot to do.
Yeah.
It's like you could go to the movies, you could stay home and watch movies and order pizza. You could go, sit in a car somewhere
Yeah.
or go for a drive,
Yeah.
or you could go to the planetarium
Yeah.
and see Laser Floyd
Laser-
or
Laser Floyd, yeah. See, we saw Laser Floyd before, and
Yeah, I saw it.
she threw up on Laser fucking Gary Newman.
you got a Gary Newman
Gary
one?
Newman Laser, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Gary Newman Laser.
We had Laser Floyd. I was obviously their most popular one.
Yeah, yeah.
So that one was like
Pink Floyd.
a million times. I think I went to, because like I said, there wasn't a lot to do. So a lot of times, even if it was a band I didn't like or I didn't give a shit about, sometimes be like, well, there's nothing else to do, so let's just go do that because it was cheap. It was only like $2 or something. So so I think we went to. They had a Duran Duran one that was actually pretty good. We went to that a few times. They had a Led Zeppelin one. I think they might have had a Cure one, but that was a little bit later. They even had a Journey one.
Yeah.
Which we just went to because we were really bored. And holy crap, I remember that because you know how in the planetarium, like the seats all, you sit back like that so you can look up at the ceiling. And I had a terrible, terrible cold and I couldn't breathe. So I was like sitting back in this chair and I just remember my nose being completely plugged up and I'm just sitting there going, like gasping while fucking Journey and all these lasers and shit. And I was like, this is the worst fucking experience.
Carrie fucking Graham was talking about how cute Carrie was. Yeah, Carrie Reiner. Carrie Reiner was cute. And she was older than Steve. So he was like fucking with an older woman. And she had those fucking nice fucking thighs that would bow out like that on the side. She had a fucking good body and shit. And man, that shit went down bad between them. Because I ain't gonna tell all the details. Nah, God, a lot of that shit's not for fucking public consumption.
Well, I would hope not.
Yeah, they broke up.
You're probably going to say it anyway, aren't you?
I might.
I know that tone. He's like, I shouldn't say, but then he says it anyway.
might.
I don't know. Well, I have to go to the bathroom.
They broke up.
I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to get a drink, so I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
So you decide whether you're going to tell somebody else's dirty laundry or not. It's up to you. I don't know these people.
Steve knocked her up. And he tried to back out of that shit. So she terminated that shit. Which was a big deal back then. And then he broke up with her. And she was fucking butthurt. And this is after I had fucking come back from Brazil. And gone back to Michigan. And I had my own apartment, remember, up in Detroit. This is after high school. And to get even with him, she showed up at my apartment and tried to put the moves on me. Yeah, that's what happened. To try to get even with him. And I didn't take the bait. And she got fucking pissed and left. And I called Steve. I said, dude, man, fucking Carrie was over here. And she did this and that. And he was like, that motherfucker. And I said, yeah, that's what happened. So that's what happened with Carrie. I got sent a picture of Carrie. Probably about
Let me get a drink. I'll be right back.
5 years ago. Carrie looking rough, bro. It's funny, man. Some people don't hold together. Mary Lynn still looks great. She's had kids and everything, but fucking just some of them, nah, it's ridiculous. And then I look at some of the dudes. You know what I mean? Fucking, you know who I'm talking about. Steve's looking okay. I'm trying to tell him, so Steve, man, you need to get on a fucking test. He sent me pictures of his little fucking daughters and shit, man. Fucking so funny, man. He sent me a video of his daughter sitting in front of television listening to fucking she's drawn, she's probably about 13, 14. She's drawn little pictures of, elves and shit, and she's listening to Black Sabbath. He's like, look, man, I gotta listen to Black Sabbath. He raised her right. And you know what? I looked at her and she looks just like his mama and his little sister.
Aw.
Yeah. Looks just
Isn't it crazy? Because
looks like Nikki. It looks like Steve's little sister Nikki when Nikki was a little girl. I was just like, man, for the family resemblance is amazing.
Remember when Steve came to visit us many years ago, and that kid was a baby?
Yeah, that kid was a baby. Look at her now, and she's like.
I remember he was showing us pictures of her, and she was like an infant.
When we were in high school, his little sister Nikki, she looks just like that now. His little daughter.
That's pretty funny.
His little sister Nikki. I'd go over there and go see him, and she'd be blowing me kisses and shit.
Oh, I thought that sentence was going to end.
It's just fucking funny. I was like 16, 17. She's like 14. She's blowing me kisses and shit. And I said, you're in trouble.
Well, yeah. Wait, Zach is like, so wait, what was this exactly? Oh, are you asking about the laserium thing?
So, I don't know what he's
talking about. Because maybe they don't have that anymore. Is that what you're asking about? Okay, if that's what you're asking about, back in the 80s, it was a very big thing where if we, like in Daytona, we had a museum and they had a planetarium. You know, you go in and you sit back and you watch all the, it's educational. They show you shit about the universe and whatnot. And the constellations and shit. But on Saturday nights, you would pay $2 to go in there at night and they would play music. It was usually, sometimes it was a medley, but usually it was like one band. They would focus on one band. Like I said, Pink Floyd was, by far the most, because everyone would get high and go to it. But so they would play like a bunch of like Pink Floyd songs or Led Zeppelin songs or Journey songs or Duran Duran songs or whatever the fuck it was. And they would have a laser light show that went along with the music. So like if it was Duran Duran, for example, they would play Hungry Like the Wolf, for example. And then they would have like a laser of like a tiger or some shit like that, or a wolf, not a tiger. You know what I mean? Seven and the Ragged Tiger. I was thinking of two things at once. That was the name of one of their albums. But yeah, so it was like that. And where I grew up, there wasn't really a lot to do. Like the only nightclub that was there when I was growing up was like a meat markety, stupid jock place, and nobody went there. Well, everybody went there, but people like me didn't go there. Because I was like, it was yucky and horrifying. And it was kind of a yuppie place. So we didn't go there. So you could really just go to the movies or there or like to the laser, because the only other popular club was like a horrible like country music place. Like a lot of people went there. Rockin' Ranch, that's what it was called. It might still be there. I'm not sure. I haven't been to Daytona in a long time. Later on, like in the late 80s, they started having better shit. Like, well, they did have, there was one, what the hell was the name of that place? They had one called 701 South that was like in, I think that was Saturday nights too. And that was like new wave post-punk kind of. And they did that on some, I don't remember if it was every week or if it was just once a month. But that was like in a hotel ballroom, if I remember correctly. It was a long time ago. So they did have that. But they didn't really have, they did have for a little while, they had like this tiny, narrow little coffee house it was called Up and Atom at first, but Atom was ATOM. And it was really small, but that was mostly like a live venue. Like my brother's band used to play there all the time, but they also had like some like national band. Well, they had, I remember, who the fuck played there? I know there was like some kind of bigger like old school like punk bands like played there, and like, was it the Subhumans or shit? Now I don't remember. And then they had bands like 5-8, who actually I really like them. I don't know if they ever got, because they were kind of regional. I think they were from Georgia. And I saw them live a couple times and they were really good, but I don't think they ever kind of broke through even into like alternative music. But I always really liked them. I had a couple of their albums and they played there a couple times too. But you know, there was only room in there for like like a few dozen people.
Sherry Swiss are asking if we're goths. Yes.
Well, it was very polite to ask. Yeah, oh my God, quit.
Well, you shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it.
Quit fucking with her.
You shouldn't have done it.
She's like, oh my God, Daddy, put me down.
She's having fun. You having fun? You having fun?
Look at her face.
Okay, go ahead.
She's kind of like,
what the hell's going on?
Help me.
Help. And she goes right back. She goes right.
Yeah, she's like,
no.
She's so silly.
Yeah.
Well, she comes up, like, if Tom's sitting on the bed or something like that, she comes right up and, like, goes like that. She wants him to, like, scratch her ears. If you scratch her ears right in the right spot, like, she starts kicking her back leg like crazy, like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and it's, like, super funny.
But
But you have to get it, like, right in the exact spot. And then she'll be like, stop it, stop it. No, do it again.
Yeah.
And she'll do that for, like, half an hour. It's so funny.
Her whole thing is, come here, go away. Come here, go away. Come here, go away.
Yeah.
That's her whole thing.
Yeah, it's
do it.
She will do that for like hours and hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oracle says bunnyfoot. Yeah, she definitely does bunnyfoot.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
It's so funny, but you have to get like the angle exactly right.
Yeah.
And she makes like a crazy face. She's like,
yeah. She loses it. She loses her fucking mind. Eyes get big and she's like,
yeah. It's so funny.
She's a super happy cat.
Yeah.
You know.
She's kind of mischievous.
Yeah, she's constant fucking activity.
Yeah, she wants to be in your shit like all the time. Like, hey, what you doing? Can I help with that?
Yeah. There's not a second of peace with her.
She's just constantly.
Like, hey.
Every time I go in the room, like whatever Tom is doing, she's like right in the middle of it. Like, hey, what you doing? Rubbing on like the side of his tablet when he's on it. Like,
oh, she's a daddy's girl.
If you're trying to like do something with the remote control, she'll come and sit on it. Like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tries to take things away from you.
Tries to take things right. It's like pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, she's a daddy's girl though. She's just constant. Like, you know, she's around here. Look, where'd she go? There you are.
Yeah,
she won't go away. She's constant.
Especially when we're in here doing the show, she's usually like running around the chairs.
Constant circling.
Or sometimes she'll go over there to my bookshelf if we're not paying sufficient attention, and she'll start pulling books out and like eating the paper.
See, constant circling around. Constant circling around.
Weirdly, like our other kitty, Bambi, who is super, super sweet, but she doesn't come in. Yeah. She's right in the room because I saw her when I went to get a drink. She's just in there. She likes to sit in the window and like watch out the window.
Yeah.
Like watch the street. You know what I mean? Zach says, "Oh, Led Zeppelin laser light show. Yes, please." Yeah. So they didn't know. I guess they don't have those anymore.
Yeah, they did that back.
I mean, the laser light. It wasn't. You know, it was the 80s, so it's not like now they could do all kind of cool shit, like with lasers and everything. Back then, it was like pretty rudimentary. You know, from what I remember,
it was
kind of lame, but there wasn't.
Looking at it today, if you went back in time and looked at it, you'd think it was lame.
Yeah.
But when you were young and back in those days, it was cool.
There was nothing else to do.
Yeah, and it was young people getting high.
Yeah.
Driving out in cars to go to the laserium, which was usually kind of like it was in an observatory.
Ours was a planetarium that was in the museum.
You're right, yeah. And you're gonna go in there, and you're gonna watch this shit, maybe get a hand job. You never could tell. But usually you were gonna like make out in the car after or
it was a whole Saturday night thing because I think they usually did it just on Friday and Saturday nights.
It was sex was in some kind of sex was involved
and usually drugs or drinking drugs of some kind.
Get weed or LSD a little bit or we didn't really drink. We were using hallucinogens.
Those are better.
Yeah, and it was 80s.
Yeah.
And you're listening to like classic music, ancient music from the 70s. Ancient music from the 70s, shit that your parents listened to. It was 10 years ago. Goddamn. Shit was a long time ago. Because 10 years seemed to be a long time when you were 17.
Well, isn't it funny that even in the 80s,
Yeah.
like, well, when I was in high school in the 80s, in the late 80s. I graduated in 1990. And in the late 80s, there was a big thing where a lot of people were getting into Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and the Doors and stuff like that, but that was like your parents' music.
Yeah.
Even though really in the grand scheme of things now from 2026, it's like it wasn't really that far apart in age.
No.
And I feel like now, there's probably still a generational thing, but I think because of the internet and because music is so easy to get and so ubiquitous, I don't think there's quite the disconnect that there used to be between, oh, that's my dad's music and like
Yeah.
shit you listen to. Because it's like when I first started listening to new wave and post punk and stuff like that, like in the early 80s, my dad wouldn't listen to any of that stuff. Like it did end up kind of liking some of it. Like he liked Duran Duran and stuff, but he was into like, classic rock. He liked like Lynyrd Skynyrd and he liked shit like that. And, most people wouldn't be caught dead listening to that because that was like dad music,
What was funny is that we would consider that shit that our parents listened to, but if you actually talk to your parents, they didn't listen to that either. They were actually listening to shit that was older than that. And they didn't come from a culture of buying records and keeping up with music. As soon as they
my dad did, but I was maybe
most
different.
of them, as soon as they got out of school and got a job, they stopped buying records. But we were listening to Pink Floyd, and fucking Led Zeppelin and shit like that. And most of it was only maybe like 10, 11, 12, 13 years old.
It's not really.
And we were thinking that it was like fucking egg shit.
Which is hilarious because, now I'm listening to, just today, I was just like, oh, like Joy Division and New Order are getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I was just kind of like, man, like Closer.
That's 40 years ago. 30 years
More
ago.
than that.
Yeah.
Well, that came out in 1980.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so that's like super, super old.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I still listen to that album.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, so I was just kind of like,
it's just kind of weird.
So it's funny that like when we were kids, music that was just like, 15, 20 years old, we were like, oh my God, it's so old. And maybe kids like that are like that today too. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't have kids, but,
yeah, they're listening to fucking, they're listening to fucking Evanescence, thinking that shit's egg shit. Or fucking,
yeah.
Or what was the one? Linkin Park. Oh yeah, this is the old classics.
The old classics.
This is classic Linkin Park from 20 fucking years ago. And I'm like, oh yeah, that shit.
Yeah, I saw. Oh my God, I saw somebody post the other day on social media. I don't remember who it was, but they posted the other day that they're like, there was this, I don't know if it was a YouTube channel or a TikTok or something like that, and they were just kind of like, I guess there's a channel that's called My Grandpa's Turntable or something like that, where they listen to their grandfather's records. And the record on that episode was 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. And the person that posted it and said, okay, I'll just be over here slowly turning it to dust. Thank you very much.
Your grandpa's,
you know what I mean?
9 Inch Nails.
It's your grandpa's
music. Grandpa's music.
Which is so funny to me.
Yeah.
And I was
we're not going to talk about fucking we're not going to talk about fucking Black Sabbath. And we're not going to talk about fucking fucking Pink Floyd and
because that's really old.
Deep Purple.
I don't know. I never worried about it even when I was younger.
Yeah.
I didn't really worry about it all that much because, like I said, there was some extent to which I was just kind of like, oh, that's old people music or whatever. But I think I wasn't as bad as most in that regard. I guess because my dad was really into music too. And so I grew up, listening to, there was always music on in the house. So it's like, so there was always, and my dad was like a huge, huge Beatles fan. So I grew up like listening to the Beatles, like all the time the Beatles were on. And he really liked the Doors and the Eagles and all that kind of stuff. So all of that, so I had music on like all the time. And I kind of feel like when I started developing my own musical taste, like when I was, maybe 9, 10, 11, I still liked a lot of the stuff that he liked too. Some of it I didn't, like I said, he liked a lot of that kind of, what do you call it? Like that Southern rock kind of stuff, which I'm not real into, yeah. But I liked a lot of the stuff that he liked though. And I actually probably appreciate it more now than I did at the time. I still love the Beatles though. I did back then, and that never changed.
Beatles is old when I was a kid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That was
Yeah.
like what my dad listened to. But
Yeah.
but like I said, I always liked it because it was just always on. Like, because my dad had a huge, he probably still does actually, but he had like a huge record collection.
Yeah.
And he had everything. So we had music on like all the time. And he was always like making mixtapes, and I remember he had fucking 8-tracks. I remember 8-tracks. When I was growing up, he had a car with an 8-track player in it. Isn't that crazy?
My dad didn't really like music. He liked Roy Orbison.
I like Roy Orbison.
Yeah, but he's like he was stuck in that era. He would just drive that truck around, wouldn't have any music playing. Just I like the thing.
I've known some people like that.
Yeah, he was like that. He wouldn't.
Well, I mean, people are different.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like, I've always been like such a music oriented person that it's like really hard for me to fathom somebody that doesn't have any taste.
Yeah, just drive around without the fucking.
That just doesn't listen to anything. Because I haven't known that many people like that in my life.
My dad was like that.
But I did know someone in high school.
Yeah.
That didn't really have, because you'd be like, well, what do you like? Because she was trying to get into some music too, because we were all into it. Yeah. And I was like, well, what do you like? Like, what is she like? I don't know. I don't really
like anything. Yeah.
I was like, really? That's very weird.
Yeah.
Okay. I know everybody's different, but I thought everybody had like taste in something, but I guess some people don't. Same with some movies. It's just, that seems like a weird thing it's like a whole category of media. It's just, I don't really like movies. I'm like, really? Like, you don't like any movies at all? Or you don't like any music at all? That's very bizarre. I mean, I guess it's, like I said, I guess everybody's different and there's got to be a few of them out there, but it is kind of strange. Camp Guy said, I saw a survey that said the most popular genre of movies was comedies, but that was about 20 years or more ago. Yeah, and I have, I don't know, I've liked some comedies, but it's not usually my go-to genre. Like I said, I'm a horror girl, like through and through. But I like some horror comedies. But again, that's not my favorite subgenre of horror either. I like horror movies that are actually scary, But funny ones are fine too. And comedies, I have such a particular sense of humor that a lot of times, stuff that's comedies, like I'll watch it and I'll just be like, nah, it's like not really funny to me. You know what I mean? But then sometimes I'll watch something that maybe wasn't even supposed to be funny, or that like a lot of people didn't think was funny, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. One of my big things is I really like movies where the premise or the situation in the movie is super, super absurd, but everyone's like underreacting to it. I don't like stuff that's like over the top or zany or everybody's like mugging, and I don't like anything like that. That just pisses me off. But if the situation is crazy and everyone is just kind of like super dry about it, like that's really funny to me. I think that's maybe why I like a lot of British kind of comedies more than, because they're kind of like drier or more like dark humor, and I kind of like that better. I don't really like over the top, wacky, zany kind of comedies. Maybe that's kind of why one of my favorite comedies of all time is the original Ghostbusters. And I think the reason I like that so much is because the premise of it is so absurd, but the way they react to it is not over the top. Like they're just kind of reacting to it like, well, here we go. We got to do this. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's
dogs and cats sleeping together.
Yeah, that's like funnier to me. That it's just that they're just kind of like blasé about it. That's like way funnier to me than people like I said, making crazy faces. That's why I never liked like any of those Jim Carrey comedies or like Adam Sandler ones or anything like that. And like no shade of people, because I know a lot of people like those, but it's just like they're just not funny to me. They just seem like very, very cringy. And like I like really dark humor. Like I like, shit like if I'm talking about I'm trying to think of like some black comedies I really like, Heathers or Death Becomes Her or something like that, which is like a comedy but is kind of like fucked up. Like the premise is kind of fucked up. Like I like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So if I'm going to see a comedy, it's usually 90% of the time I'll probably not think it's funny. But because like I said, I have a really particular Camp Guy said John Hughes comedies from the 80s. Yeah, I liked those. But the thing about the like Breakfast Club and 16 Candles and stuff is that I don't even know. I guess they're comedies, but it's just like they had other shit happening in them. I think they had like enough drama and enough other things going on that it wasn't just like a pure comedy, like Pretty in Pink or whatever. So I don't even know if I'd call that a pure comedy. I don't know what I'd call it. Comedy, drama, maybe. Teen movie, you know. Those were good, but like I said, it's hard for me to be objective about those because I grew up with them. So it's like, and I can relate to Breakfast Club because that was like kind of similar, especially the Ali Sheedy character. You know what I mean? I was just like, yeah, that's kind of what I was like. It's cool, you know what I mean? Not quite as bad as that, but you know what I mean? So I could relate to that, and I knew people like that. It was pretty, I mean, it's exaggerated, it's a movie, but I knew people like that. So it wasn't that exaggerated. And so I don't really know. That's why I'm always kind of interested to see, because Tom really likes those like YouTube channels where like young people watch movies from the 80s or whatever, like to see what their reaction is, because I don't, like I said, I can't be objective about it. I saw it at the same age when I saw The Breakfast Club. When I saw Pretty in Pink, I was like the same age as the people in the movie, so obviously I related to that a lot more because it's like, you know, that was what was going on at the time. So people that weren't alive when that movie came out, like, it might just be weird to them. I'm not really sure. Do you remember when Sophie was here?
Yeah.
And we showed her Grease. She had never seen it.
Yeah, what'd she say?
Do you remember, like, and she was just kind of like, well, I can't remember everything she said. She did like it, but she was just kind of like, I think she was kind of surprised, one, at how old the actors were. But like I said, one, the thing about Grease that I think a lot of people don't know is that Grease was not intended to be taken seriously. Grease was a parody of old teen movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was originally written, you know, as a stage musical, obviously. And it was intended as a parody. And I think the actors being older was kind of part of the humor, but I think over the years, the context has been lost. You know? Because some of the stuff that they were referencing in the play that became the movie, they were referencing old teen movies from the 50s. But I think if you haven't seen those, then you don't understand that they're making fun of that.
Well, it was a boomer movie.
Yeah.
Boomers would know because they saw those movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I think so. I think the context has been lost.
Yeah. But what'd she say about it?
I don't remember, but I remember her I remember her pointing out I just remember her pointing out like some weird things about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I hadn't really thought of. So it's always kind of interesting that people that weren't alive, like, and Grease came out. I mean, it came out in the 70s, but it was supposed to be 1960. 1960.
Early 60s.
Yeah, because I remember Grease 2 took place in 1961, and it was like the year after.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, late 50s, early 60s. But it was, you know, it was written and came out like later than that. So it was almost kind of like parodying stuff that was older. So it was a little before my time, obviously, but I could still relate to it.
Well, I mean, I can say grandparents can vouch for us. High school was still kind of like that.
It wasn't that different.
We got the jokes. You know, we knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about it that struck me as like, oh, this is like, I don't know what they're talking about. Or
I've seen foreign kids who are in their like 20s at the time of that they were making the videos on YouTube, watching the movie, talking about how American it was and how they would love to go to a high school like that.
I see that a lot on, I see that a lot on,
awesome, you know.
There's like a subreddit I visit sometimes, which is something like Ask an American or something like that.
Yeah, and they were like, was it really like that?
Yeah, and surprisingly, a lot of people do ask that. Like, is that what are American high schools like they are in the movies?
And they're like, yeah.
And
a lot of times.
Yeah, it depends on where you grew up. I kind of feel like the John Hughes ones, like I said, they're exaggerated. It's a movie. And I feel like the John Hughes ones in particular are coming from his experience as a high school student in the Midwest, like in the Chicago area. So I kind of feel like if you grew up in the Midwest, like in the sort of middle class, upper middle class suburbia in the Midwest, then it's pretty similar to that.
But that fit everywhere.
But yeah, it was kind of, my high school was not notably different than Breakfast Club or Pretty in Pink or anything like that. They were, like I said, exaggerated a little, but not much.
Pretty in Pink or Breakfast Club could have happened in say, Laurel, Mississippi also.
Yeah.
because the kids there were watching that and going and loving that. And they're going, yeah, that's like our high school.
Yeah, so it's not that different.
No.
I have seen a lot of people say, and this is probably true, that from that era, if you're interested in, late 70s, early 80s, probably the most accurate high school movie was Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And I would agree with that assessment. It does have a very particular California vibe to it, because that's where it's set. But some of the shit that was in there, I think, is like actually pretty because it tackled some kind of more serious subjects like abortion and stuff like that. So I think that was kind of a lot more real, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the high school that me and Granthers went to in Michigan was pretty much like what you're seeing in the movies. And the high school in Laurel, Mississippi that I didn't go to, but I was there every summers and knew all the kids there too, because I grew up with them also for the summers, was similar too. And you go on about like Molly Ringwald and her characters. Well, Laurel, Mississippi had that. They had that chick. Her name was fucking, what was her name? Fucking, she ended up being a fucking kind of minor movie star. She was in Blade 3 and fucking Parker Posey. Parker Posey, and she was a girl that I knew and I knew her brother, Chris Posey, and their dad, they were twins. Their dad ran Chris Posey Chevrolet in Laurel, Mississippi, and he had the fucking biggest car dealership there. And she did a bunch of movies. She was like in Party Girl. She starred in that. She was in Blade 3. She was
Who, Parker Posey?
Yeah, Parker Posey.
Did you ever see the house? Did you ever see the House of Yes?
No. Was she in that?
Yeah.
She was in that. I didn't see that one.
Oh, that was great.
Now, I ran into Parker in New York because she moved away fucking later on. But we had shit like we were saying, like fucking Pretty in Pink. Oh, that would never happen in Mississippi. Yeah, it was. Parker was like that in Mississippi. And she was a really good chick. One of the things that she was well known for is they had a mentally disabled girl there that was being picked on. And she fucking protected that girl and fucking told and fucking jumped on people for picking on that girl. And she was like one of the most popular girls in school. She had no reason to do that. But she was a very good girl. And a cool chick. I liked Parker. She was cool. And I liked her brother. I knew her brother better. Chris. Because, fucking, she was a girl my age, which means that they were always fucking dating up. She dated guys older than me. She ended up dating some kind of like famous skateboard guy for a while. But, yeah, she came from a good family. And, yeah, that still kind of thing was happening in the Deep South.
Yeah, like I said, I don't remember. I grew up in Florida, and like our high school, it looked a little bit different because schools in the South are generally not all enclosed like the ones up north are. Like the schools up north are like they're all in one building, right? They're all inside. Whereas the ones I went to in Florida are mostly the classrooms are inside, obviously, but all the outer halls and lockers and stuff are all outside.
And let me tell you something,
because it's hot down here.
Parker Posey is not her name. Parker Posey is her middle name and her last name. Her first name is Missy. Her name is Missy Parker Posey. That's her name. But she didn't carry that into celebrityhood.
Well, I could see that.
Yeah, but her real name is Missy, and I knew her as Missy.
Zach says, it's like there's not really a reputation for being old people music. These days, what your parents' music is Nirvana, which is hilarious. Yeah, that is pretty funny. Because I remember when Smells Like Teen Spirit came out. Like, I remember it like it was fucking yesterday. And he says we're as far away from music in the 2000s as 80s music is from the 2000s. Yeah, exactly. Then he said Fleetwood Mac got popular all over again back in 2020 after the video of that guy with the skateboard with the cranberry juice playing Dreams went viral. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I kind of feel like now if a TikTok video goes viral that has like a particular song, even if it's really old, like millions of people will see that and all of a sudden that song will go crazy. Look at what happened with fucking Running Up That Hill, that Kate Bush song from 1986. It was on Stranger Things, and people lost their fucking minds. That song was everywhere. All of a sudden, it got back in the charts. And, like, that song was from 1986. It's a great song.
Yeah.
I love Kate Bush, but it's just kind of like, it was so funny that happened.
Cam guy's talking about Porky's. Here's the thing, man. If you do your research, Porky's and a bunch of other fucking teen movies that were coming out of the United States at that time were fake. And Porky's was one of the fake ones. What was the other one? Last American High School?
Virgin. Last American Virgin.
Last American Virgin. Yeah, it was another one that was a fake American teenager movie. In terms of Last American Virgin,
I haven't seen that in a long time. That was another one that was on cable all the time.
Yeah, it's on cable all the time, which actually I liked the movie.
I remember liking it, but I haven't seen it for 30 or 40 years.
What that was is that studio was made by a couple dudes from Israel, a couple Jewish dudes from Israel who wanted to make American movies, and they just put a bunch of schlock together, and they wrote the script, and it was just straight out of the headlines of like fucking American tabloid headlines. It was just everything was just teenage pregnancy, fucking teenage fucking oversexedness, just everything that was just like teenage maximum suicide, bullshit.
Don't do it.
And you got people who aren't even American writing this script. And then they got Americans doing it. So that was like a fake American movie. It sold though. I mean,
yeah. So it must have resonated somewhere because
it's because they exaggerated it. So
yeah,
it was like over the top.
Yeah, like I said, movies are exaggerated because real life people are generally boring. So it's like they do obviously have to exaggerate something.
Well, Porky's was the same thing. That was just a fake American teenage movie.
I don't remember anything like Porky's ever happening to me in real
life. No, nothing like Porky's ever actually happened to anybody. The same with Animal House. Nothing like that actually really happened.
No.
Even though fucking college fraternities are wild and they did do stupid shit, it didn't have John Belushi and it didn't have dudes riding motorcycles up fucking stairs. And
that we know of.
None of that shit. Fucking,
maybe it happened once or twice.
Yeah, but it was just more fucking sensational bullshit to fucking
well, like I said, it's a movie. Nobody
movie.
just wants to like watch a bunch of people sitting around.
Yeah, right.
Like
that's what it really
watching
TV. People sitting around getting drunk.
Because people are boring.
Going, where are the girls?
Generally.
Yeah, where are the girls? Why didn't the girls show up?
So they have to do shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, stuff like The Breakfast Club.
That was more realistic.
I really don't think that was all that exaggerated. Well, because like I said, nothing crazy happened in that. It was just they were all in detention.
Yeah, and it would do shit like that. That was the thing about that particular director is that it was more realistic. It was more of a realistic.
He was drawing from his own experience, which he was older.
But
obviously, but it was still going on. Yeah. Like, people our age could still relate to it, obviously, because, Gen X, still talks about John Hughes movies.
Yeah, John Hughes was more realistic to what was happening. Even that stupid fucking movie with fucking Jenny, what's her name in it? Was fucking... the one when they were in the store.
Career Opportunities. The one that we just... reviewed.
Yeah, we just...
which was okay, but not...
even that one was okay.
Yeah, but not great. Not like his older ones.
Yeah.
It was a little underwhelming, I'm gonna say. Yeah, we just recently reviewed that.
Man, that girl.
Yeah. Well.
She was the girl of that time. Yeah.
I like that she held together. She's still working now, and it's just that's really cool.
And she's still gorgeous.
And she still looks good.
Yeah, she's still gorgeous.
I like that she would, and she was in some good shit, man. She was in some horror, but she was in that Dark Water remake. I don't know if you ever saw that. That was pretty good. Jennifer. No, not
Jennifer
Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly. Yeah. That girl was fucking cute, man.
She worked with Dario Argento.
Yeah.
She was in Phenomena.
Eyebrows and everything.
That was a weird ass movie.
The big eyebrows and everything. She was just cute.
It just worked. It worked for her.
She was cute.
American Military said, "Have you ever reviewed Heathers?" I would be shocked if we hadn't, because that's one of my favorite.
We haven't.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
I'll go back and look. If we haven't, then that would be a terrible oversight. But I'm pretty sure we have.
Heathers wasn't realistic.
No, it wasn't supposed to be. Heathers was a fantasy.
Yeah.
And it was a very, 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 very dark comedy.
If you open fired with blanks out of a 357 Magnum revolver in his fucking high school cafeteria, you'd be arrested. Yeah.
But like I said,
you do time for
the
that.
whole
Yeah.
that movie was a fantasy. It had a
Yeah.
surrealistic tinge
Those motherfuckers
to
were,
it.
Those motherfuckers were pretty though.
Yeah.
Everybody in that movie
It wasn't
was
meant to
pretty.
be taken seriously.
It's a
It
pretty
was just a dark comedy. I'm
Yeah.
actually I'm shocked that got made in 1990. Yeah, because that came out the same year.
Yeah.
Because man, we loved that movie. I was a senior in high school. We all saw that shit, and we were like, "Oh my god, that was so fucking good." And so, but like, we didn't think it was like it's not supposed to be realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's obviously super exaggerated. It's
It
obviously
didn't have Jennifer Connelly in it though.
well, no, it didn't. It had Winona Ryder in it.
That's true.
And Shannon Doherty.
Yeah. Yeah, they were cute. That's not Jennifer Connelly.
And Christian Slater.
Yeah, yeah, very very cute guy for the time. Fucking and girls loved him.
What happened
to that bitch?
I don't know.
Gone now, yeah.
I haven't
Guess
seen
you
him in
can hold
anything in a
together,
while.
yeah.
But like I said, I don't.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff now because of all the streaming. Like he could
Yeah.
very well be in a bunch of stuff, and I don't know about it.
See, you make me make a movie. I have Jen write the fucking script. I'll cast that bitch. Okay. And we'd do a John Hughes movie fucking just perfectly. I'd have people that would look cute as a motherfucker, just cute as a button, and it would look current to today. And yeah, it would look good. We'd make a cool movie. Yeah. That's how John Hughes did it.
For real though,
He knew
like
how to cast a movie.
yeah. For real though, I still quote Heathers.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it so many times. I love my dead gay son.
Yeah.
God.
John Hughes was just, he was honest. He says like, no, I'm writing stories about suburbia, white suburbia, and that's who's going to be in these movies. And
Yeah.
fucking, you couldn't do that today. They go, well, you got to have a diverse cast. No, this is target marketed. This is the white suburban crowd is who we're talking about because that's what he knew, and that's why the movies were so good.
Let me see. Counterlock says, I recently got 2 horror comedies that are companion pieces. The Burbs and Nothing But Trouble. I also learned that Comic Book of the Mask is actually a horror comedy. I love The Burbs. Nothing But Trouble, not so much. I wasn't a fan of that. But I saw The Burbs probably 3 dozen times. That was another one that was kind of on. Holy shit. That was like, what a fucking... And I would also call that a dark comedy.
Yeah.
Well, because Tom Hanks is in it. I love that Tom Hanks is in this movie. Because he was...
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't as big a star, like, as he got later. But he was still a pretty big star at this time. And the fact that he would be in a movie... Corey Feldman was in it too, wasn't he? The fact that he would be in a movie this fucking weird... I just kind of love that. And he just, like... He went all in on it too. Like Carrie Fisher was in it too. That's right. Carrie Fisher played his wife. And like they have these fucking weirdo neighbors move in. And I love that they kind of subverted because they were like these people move in and like they're all just kind of like, man, they're so fucking weird. And they were trying to figure out what's going on over there. And then like for a long time, they kind of string you along. Like maybe they're just being paranoid and like these people are just being, but then it turns out that they are like super fucking.
They're talking about Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I barely remember Fast Times at Ridgemont.
We should rewatch that because that's a great
And what they talking about?
movie.
Fucking Jess McCauley blows all the money for hiring Van Halen.
Yeah.
How did it go? I had to see that shit again.
Yeah.
That movie, I was like 13 when that movie came out. So it was a little bit before my time. I went back and saw bits of it and it just looked like a fucking pretty, like, bad movie. Didn't that have, what's her name, fucking coming out of the damn
pool? Phoebe Cates, yeah.
Phoebe Cates coming out of the pool.
Probably the most famous scene.
And then the dude's fucking beating off to her and she walks
Judge
in on
Reinhold
her.
is in the bathroom jerking off, like
I
watching
had to
her.
see that shit again.
No, but it's Jennifer Jason Leigh is in it. It's a great movie. It's kind of an ensemble piece, like kind of following a bunch of different students.
I'm gonna tell you all the story. When I was up in Korea in the army for 100, I was in the fucking first in the 506, up on fucking Camp Greaves, up on the DMZ, second ID, and we had KATUSAs, Korean Army Augmentation, United States Army. They were Korean soldiers that were basically on loan to us that spoke English. They were supposed to be like our interpreters, and had one name was Corporal Sung. And Corporal Sung was he was just like a fucking Korean corporal. He's probably about 22 at the time, and he was going on, and he goes, "I love Phoebe Cates." I said, "Phoebe Cates?" He goes, "I love Phoebe Cates." he had a poster in his barracks
of her coming out of the pool.
A Phoebe Cates coming out of the pool.
Yeah, that scene's iconic.
Coming out of the fucking pool. That shit went as far
in that red
as
bikini.
Korea. You had Korean guys loving on Phoebe Cates coming out of the pool. In that red
bikini, yeah.
In that red,
I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was a bikini.
Was it bikini?
If I remember correctly.
I remember just being kind of red. And she's coming out of the pool, and he had a poster of that.
Well, yeah, because she pull like she doesn't really do it, but he's fantasizing.
Yeah.
That she pulls the.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
But Phoebe Cates was also in Gremlins.
Was she in Gremlins?
She was the one that told the story about her dad dressing up as Santa and coming down the chimney and dying and getting stuck in the chimney. Remember?
Well, this was 1991, and we had Korean guys in their 20s still in love with Phoebe Cates from fucking Fast.
Well,
Times
like I
at
said,
Ridgemont High.
I mean,
and like
that's a pretty. I get it.
And I was looking at that poster, and I was going like, she does look a little bit Korean. She looks like a white girl who could pass for a Korean girl. If you were saying she had like
Korean, super dark hair, I guess.
And I could see like that might have been.
I feel like we should probably, if we haven't reviewed Fast Times at Ridgemont High, we probably would. I mean, I thought we'd reviewed it already. I'm 99% sure we've done Heathers though.
Yeah.
Like I'd be very shocked if we hadn't done Heathers because I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Camp Guy says, I like the Dudley Moore movie 10 with Bo Derek. Good situational comedy. I remember seeing that a lot back in the day, but I don't remember a single thing about it.
I just remember like some semi-nude scenes on the beach and the fucking,
yeah, that's pretty much all I remember.
And the plats.
I do remember. I liked, speaking of Dudley Moore, I did like Arthur. I saw that a bunch of times with Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
I remember liking that a great deal, but I haven't seen that in a long time either. Victor says Howard the Duck was a documentary. Okay, again, and I might get hate for this too. I kind of like Howard the Duck. Is it a good movie? No. I understand that.
Man, they're all going crazy
but
with fucking Phoebe Cates and fucking Fast Times. They're paying us to watch Fast Time.
Yeah, okay, so thank you very much. Okay, so Granthers is giving us a super chat to do Fast Times, but after Hell or High Water, please.
I just remember fucking Jeff Spicoli.
Yeah.
And fucking
Mr.
Mr. Hand.
Remembers that.
Fucking Mr. Hand, dude from
Well,
Martian.
for Here Together, isn't it our time?
He's going, Mr. Spicoli.
He's ordering pizzas, like, to
ordering pizzas and shit. And he goes, and then fucking the white dude fucking wipes the fucking, his brother's car out. Guy wipes the car out. His brother's car out, and fucking Spicoli goes, dude, we can fix it. My brother's got an awesome set of tools. This fucking car is just fucking crumpled. Just crumpled.
Like I said, I still say that. Like every time something goes wrong with the car, I'm like, I can fix it.
We can fix it. My brother's got an awesome set of tools, man. Or a killer set of tools or something. He's being extremely Californian and really fucking surfer.
I mean, it's a great movie.
Yeah, I have to see it again. It's been a long time.
Let's see. American Military said Christian Slater had Jack Nicholson vibes. Heathers is what made him famous. Yeah, I mean, Christian Slater, he definitely was doing Jack Nicholson in Heathers. Like, I think that was deliberate. But it worked. It worked with the character. Also, I really liked him in Pump Up the Volume. If you've never seen Pump Up the Volume.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Great fucking soundtrack. Man, what a goddamn good soundtrack that was. I had the soundtrack too. Had Leonard Cohen, had I think it was Rollins Band, Concrete Blonde. Who the fuck else was on there?
Back when you could maybe pretend you were cool if you were an underground DJ.
Remember he was like a pirate DJ.
Like a pirate radio DJ. Yeah. Nowadays nobody would notice you on radio.
Well, no, but back then they would.
Back then they would.
I mean, when did that movie come out? 1990?
Yeah,
I think it was 1990. But yeah, that was another one. So I kind of feel like those two, like Heathers and Pump Up the Volume, like is what gave him his kind of underground cred, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah, those are both really great movies. Have we reviewed Pump Up the Volume? Ooh,
No.
maybe we should.
But I'll tell you one thing, man. If you guys ever read Mammoth Mountain Poltergeist,
I'm gonna write that down. I'll look. We might have already.
my uncle fucking Red loved Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He would quote it.
It's a great movie.
During the fucking, when the Poltergeist shit was going on too, sometimes he'd quote.
It's a great movie.
Fast Times. He loved that movie, but I was a little too young to get everything at the time.
You probably like it a lot more.
I was about 13, and I was like, some of it went over my head. I was like, yeah, okay.
I still kind of want to do. I mean, along those lines.
Yeah.
I also kind of want to do Valley Girl as well.
Yeah.
Since y'all mentioned Nicolas Cage.
So we're gonna
because I
the 80s for everybody.
Loved Valley Girl.
We're gonna teach
that also had a great soundtrack.
We're gonna be a channel that teaches everybody 80s culture, so all the kids can fucking check in, and we will explain to you what that shit meant.
13 o'clock explains the 80s.
What does that shit mean? Fucking what does that shit mean? Fucking Tom.
Well, I mean, I feel like we're elders now, so I feel like we do have some wisdom to impart.
Yeah, on these old movies.
Well, because we lived through that shit. Like, we saw these movies when they first came out, and, so we
can tell you if we thought they were good or not at the time.
at the time. So we can kind of tell you what the scuttlebutt was, like, around those movies, like, when they came out, or how accurate they were, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which, like I said, if you weren't born and through no fault of your own, you wouldn't know.
Yeah. I remember really liking Breakfast Club when it came out.
I still like Breakfast Club.
Pretty in Pink. I liked it when it came out.
I still like that too.
Some
Kind of Wonderful, I feel like is an underrated John Hughes movie. Yeah. A lot of people kind of, I don't know if people disparage it, but they do kind of say it's like, oh, well, it's like a gender swapped Pretty in Pink, right? Yeah. Where like the dude is like the poor guy and he's after the rich girl, who was played by what's her name that was in Back to the Future, Leah Thompson. And it's Eric Stoltz is in it, who was also originally supposed to be in Back to the Future before they got Michael J. Fox. They shot half the movie with Eric Stoltz, in case you didn't know, and then they were like, nah, this isn't working out, so they got Michael J. Fox instead. Well, actually they wanted Michael J. Fox from the beginning, right? But they couldn't get him because of the TV show, because of Family Ties. And so Eric Stoltz did I think it was at least half of the movie, maybe not that much, but they were just like, yeah, this isn't working out, and then they put Michael J. Fox in there, and the rest is history. But Eric Stoltz was in Some Kind of Wonderful, and it was kind of like, it was the same story as Pretty in Pink, essentially, but like I said, gender swapped. But I don't know, there was something about that one I really liked too. Like it was a really good like ensemble cast. That one also had a really good soundtrack. And I feel like people don't remember that one as fondly, which is kind of a shame, because I actually always really liked that one. It also kind of had the same, because Pretty in Pink kind of had that little punk rock kind of thing too, because the club she hung out at, and the Ilona, or whatever, the woman that was played by Annie Potts, that ran the record store, that had the big mohawk and shit,
which is so funny because she was the older girl at the time, and look at her now, she's like a young hot chick.
She wasn't old, but like old, to us, she was like, wow, she's like
the old chick, and like now she's like 30.
Since when? Since I spent the night tied up in the backseat of your car.
Yeah, she was super cute. She was also in fucking Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
she played the secretary.
What do you want?
Yeah. But what? It's just kind of funny that that those movies have kind of held their own over such a long period of time. And it's not our opinion. Younger people go back and watch those and go, these are great. It's just because they were made for real people. They weren't created to fulfill some kind of corporate algorithm or anything, So it was just like some young girl who was a watcher of the show fucking messaged me, and she goes, this band Blondie is really good. And I was like,
we know, we were there.
Yeah, we know. And she's like, I don't know what it is about the lyrics. I said, because it's written by real people. Because it's like real life. And like, I'll meet you by the turnstile. And it's about being poor and about being young and that just trying to make it, through everyday life. Those lyrics are not about somebody trying to pretend to be something that they're not, It's just, they're relatable, So, and that's just kind of the way those movies were. Not all of them, but the good movies. There was a lot of shitty movies from that time.
Yeah, that's another thing that it's just
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't think it's necessarily the case that it's like, oh, they don't make good movies anymore, or movies were better back then, because you conveniently forget all the shit that
All
got
the
made,
shitty
because
stuff.
holy crap, a lot of shitty movies.
Well, that
came
one
out.
German
Holy
German
cow.
guy who did that fucking movie just a couple months ago about the fucking guy who was like, it's like Death Wish. He was saying, what's his name? Udo, or fucking
Uwe Boll.
Yeah. I saw a video of him, and he interviewed
That
with
did
him,
not
and he
case.
was saying like movies suck now. He goes like they suck because it's all just corporate algorithm, And he goes the only thing that's good are horror movies. And I was like, yeah, because horror movies and independent movies are the only thing that's good now.
Well, the thing
And I was
about
like, that's what I've been thinking.
the thing about horror movies that's always been good, and why I would argue that it's
Yeah.
the best genre, is because the whole point of horror movies, there's
Yeah.
a ton of shitty horror movies too. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that horror as a genre doesn't really have the same
Well, they have
expectations
they have a
of
free hand.
yeah.
They have
It
a
doesn't
free
really
hand.
have. You don't have to have famous people in it. It can be
Yeah.
low budget. It was like horror
Yeah.
fans will watch anything if it's good. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
how much it costs to make it. It doesn't matter if there's anybody famous in it. It doesn't matter if it was written by a committee. It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
if it's good, I will watch a movie with what shit. I watched the movie the other day, Undertone,
Yeah.
which is basically like one person in a house. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was great.
No.
So, it was, you can make a movie. You don't need like all these bells and whistles and all this other kind of shit. And I kind of feel like horror directors understand that. So they have, like you said, like more of a free hand
They
to
have a
make
free
shit.
hand. I mean, look how good fucking The Stuff was.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was good. And then the fucking one with it where
Are you talking about The
The
Substance?
Substance.
I was, because
Called
The Stuff, that's a completely different
Yeah, I was
movie. I'm
talking
like
about
sitting there going,
The Substance.
I didn't think you liked The Stuff.
No,
that was
the white,
that was from the 80s,
That was
yeah.
the white one. Yeah,
that was like
the white foam.
the ice cream or
The white
yogurt
cream
stuff that like was actually an
talking about-
alien
talking about
organism.
The Substance.
That was also great though.
The Substance was fucking great. That was new, and
That wasn't an American director either. That was
No.
that was a female. She's French actually.
Yeah, and it was foreign, and it was independent, and it was fucking. It was awesome. And then the one that had the exorcism happening on the television, to the talk
Late
show.
Night with the Devil.
Yeah, excellent. So
Yeah, I fucking loved that.
Yeah, Ball was correct. Fucking, they have a free hands to tell a story. And then the one with the witch and all the fucking weapons, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, I really liked
Weapons was good, and it's because nobody's really watching them, and fucking, it's not a tentpole movie, so they don't have a whole committee involved.
Yeah, like you don't have to spend $1 billion like before you
Just
even like
tell a
release
fucking
the
cool
movie.
story, you know.
And like I said, I feel like horror fans are a lot more. I'm not sure what word I want to use. I don't want to say forgiving, but it's like horror movies, at least from my perspective, and being a horror fan and knowing a lot of other horror fans, is just kind of like, if they'll watch anything if it's good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on a Facebook group, Tubi horror movies, and people will just go on Tubi and just watch like the cheapest fucking schlock, because you can put like pretty much anything on Tubi, right? You can make a movie for like $1.50 and put that shit up there, and people will watch it. And it's like, so people will review it and shit like that. We'll watch anything. Because look, I like shitty movies too. Sometimes, if I'm in the mood for that.
Yeah.
So in a lot of ways, I think horror fans are like a lot more open-minded. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a formula. It doesn't have to have famous people in it. It doesn't have to, you know what I mean? It can be weird. You can have some kind of weird-ass premise. And most horror fans are just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And another thing is,
Okay,
there's
do it.
not too many cooks in the fucking kitchen.
Yeah.
You can have a vision of one person, you know what I mean, and make the movie and get it done. And you go like, yeah, that was a cool fucking story. And you're not going to get that with these tentpole movies. It's going to be watered down.
Yeah, I feel, well,
Something from
any
a fucking-
movie that is trying to appeal to the widest possible audience,
It's not gonna
I mean,
appeal to nobody.
it's usually not going to be great, because it can't be by
You
definition.
got to think about
It could be fine, it could be good, it could be okay, but it's just
the ultimate modern tentpole movie was fucking actually founded on fucking Terminator 2. All right, and Terminator 2 is founded on Terminator 1. And Terminator 1 was a B movie. It was a fucking low budget movie, but it was fucking awesome. So was Predator 1. And those created whole fucking new genres, you know what I mean? And but they were individual, they were fucking unique movies where you had somebody who was telling a story they probably shouldn't have been telling. The studios wouldn't have liked that. But what the studios like isn't necessarily a winner. A lot of times what the studio likes is fucking bullshit. They like tired formulas. They don't like anything that's new. You know, it's just weird.
Well, because it's too much of a financial risk.
It's a risk. So they're like, I don't know about that. So they're looking at it from a business perspective, not an art perspective.
Look how much money Backrooms made. Look how much money Obsession made. Look how much money Sinners made. And none of those are traditional movies.
And Sinners was a good movie, but you know what? 30 years ago, Sinners wouldn't have been noticed. It was just much better than what they've been making. I liked the movie, but had that come out 30 years ago, it would have been lost in the crowd. I think.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think that mostly got noticed because of how
it was different.
Of how bad the competition is. Yeah. Yeah, it's still a good movie though.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Zach said, still can't wait to see what y'all think of Backrooms. Yeah, I got to see that. I still got to see Obsession. And the next one I'm going to do probably is Hokum, because that one just, the rental just went down to $5.99. So I definitely want to see that. Because like I said, I've reviewed Damian McCarthy's other two movies, which I absolutely loved. So, and I've heard this one's really good too. So I want to see that. Now, Victor says Obsession was 10 out of 10. Yeah, everybody I've talked to was like, you have to see it. It's so good.
They had good movies come out that were kind of higher budget sci-fi that I thought were great that didn't get any attention, like 65.
We just saw that randomly, like on Amazon Prime with Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, yeah, 65 about 65 million years ago. I thought that was a great movie, but it just nobody knew about it. It's because it was in a sea of bad movies, I think, and people just weren't going to this. They just weren't. Well,
like I said, I think the thing about it is that because of all the streaming options, so much stuff, so much content comes out all the time that it's like a lot harder for something to stand out. You know what I mean? Because there's new movies and shows like dropping every fucking day. Yeah. There's no way you can keep up with all of it.
I'm a fan of Adam Driver. I think he's great. All the movies that he was in, I thought were great. Even the Star Wars movies, which I thought sucked. He was the best thing in those Star Wars movies. Fucking, and I 65, I loved it. I thought it was great.
It was really
He's
good.
real good. I like it. That one zombie movie that he was in, I thought that was really good. Remember that? Wasn't he in there?
Oh, The Dead Don't Die.
Yeah, Dead Don't Die.
That was Jim Jarmusch, I think.
Yeah.
That was a very divisive movie. I loved it, but a lot of people didn't like it. Like Bill Murray was in it.
Yeah, Bill Murray.
The humor in it, Iggy Pop was in it too.
Yeah. Right.
The humor in it was very, very dry.
Real dry, yeah.
But I think that's why I liked it.
Yeah.
But I said when we saw it in the theater, and I think like a lot of people were like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, Adam Driver's good. He's real good.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought it was hilarious. But like I said, it's a very particular sense of humor. American Military says Witches of Eastwick was a film that I loved, which I never thought I would get into because Bette Midler was in it. Now, are you talking about Hocus Pocus though? Because I'm 99% sure Bette Midler was not in the Witches of Eastwick. Witches of Eastwick was Cher, Susan Sarandon, and Michelle Pfeiffer, and Jack Nicholson. And I know because I've seen that movie about 1 million times, and I also read the novel, which is actually by John Updike, which is actually quite a bit different than the movie. Oh, you know what? I should do a book versus movie review of that, because I have the book here somewhere, because it was a lot different. I actually liked the movie, and I don't usually say this, I actually liked the movie better than the book. The book had a whole ass other significant character that did not factor into the movie at all, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But I love doing those books. They take me a long time to do because obviously it's pretty time intensive. But that would be a good one to do because I've seen The Witches of Eastwick, the movie, like about 1 million times, and I've read the book a couple times too, and I have it someplace. So maybe I should think about doing that, like for my other channel, like one of these days. But yeah, like Bette Midler was in Hocus Pocus, which was a witch movie, as was Sarah Jessica Parker. But pretty sure she was not in Witches of Eastwick though, unless they've remade it and I didn't know about it. That's possible, you know. But in the movie from 1987, she was not in that, as far as I know. Yeah, Camp Guy says this is Susan Sarandon, not Bette Midler. Yeah. Okay, yeah. He says, "Oh my God, you're right. I was thinking of Hocus Pocus. I never saw that."
Hey, Jim.
What?
How about you? I'm getting hungry.
Are you really?
Yeah, you want me?
Want
me to make us some more of that damn chicken satay?
Yeah, that was good.
All right, good.
Yeah, what Tom made today?
Man, yeah.
Well, we had some just plain spaghetti left over from.
Yeah.
You had made like kind of spaghetti with, meat sauce, like a bolognese kind of the other day.
Spaghetti bolognese.
And we had all this spaghetti left. And he's like, "Man, I saw this video the other day of somebody making essentially like a redneck Thai noodles."
Yeah,
I guess.
With satay.
But yeah, essentially is what it was. But they were talking about it like it was like.
He called it fucking
what did he call it?
Chili peanut butter spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he was from Mississippi.
I was like, it's kind of like
it's a gay dude from Mississippi.
It's like Thai food.
There's a gay dude, little gay twink. Y'all love this shit. Come on, little gay twink with his mama in Mississippi, in the fucking kitchen, making what he was calling fucking peanut butter chili spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is it? And I'm looking at him going, that's satay.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
That's what it is.
And I used this recipe.
Just using spaghetti noodles instead of like whatever noodles you
an abbreviated version of chicken satay with noodles. I was just like, this shit's fucking good, man.
It is very good.
Yeah.
Like we had some for lunch a long time ago. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but Zach and my boy there, they'd have loved him. The little Mississippi twink.
That sounds
gay
like
as fuck.
That sounds like a band name.
Yeah, Mississippi Twink.
Mississippi Twink.
Southern as
fuck.
Or
like a song.
Strong accent and everything. Him and his mama in the kitchen cooking. Video, yeah.
I was just looking. Pretty cool,
I just saw that recipe and I was just like, I was looking at it. These dudes from the show would love it. These gay dudes from the show would love this dude. Fucking, but he's making.
I might watch him. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You saying about him cooking with his mom for some reason?
With his mama.
For some reason, it reminded me of those two Korean sisters that we watched.
Yeah.
And they put up a video yesterday. Somebody sent them because they have a bunch of fans like in the United States, and they sent them like this huge box of like all different like American snacks. And holy crap, those girls were super into Pop Rocks. They couldn't figure out what they were. Like at first, they're like, what are these? Like, what do you do with them? And like they put it in their mouth and they started doing the popping thing, and it's just like the expressions on their faces just fucking cracked me up. Like they were,
what is it? I would call it chicken satay.
Yeah.
He was calling it chili peanut butter spaghetti or something like that.
But it was kind of like a Thai inspired.
Yeah, it was Thai. It was chicken satay.
Yeah, it was like Thai peanut noodles.
It had chicken in it
with chicken in it.
Yeah,
it was like peanut butter, chili oil.
He put chili oil, peanut butter, sriracha, ketchup, chicken stock, and then sugar, and then I think it was brown sugar, and then spaghetti, stirred it, put crushed peanuts on it, and then sauteed chicken breast on it.
Yeah, Zach said, no, what's the video?
Oh. I forgot. What video is he talking about?
Well, the video you're just talking about.
I forgot.
What's the name of the channel?
I forgot.
What was the name of the channel? Do you remember?
I don't remember the channel. I was just going through it. It came up as a suggestion. And it was chicken chili peanut butter spaghetti.
And I was like, all right, that sounds like
it just came up randomly.
Put that in my face.
And I was watching that. Now, it was about 4 or 5 days ago that came up. And I mentioned it to Jen. He says, I gotta.
He's like, "Ooh, I got all the spaghetti left over. I should make that." And I was like, "Yeah, you should very much should."
There's a lot of recipes like that. Once I saw it, he used the same basic recipe for chicken satay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
High Desert says Backrooms has been my favorite movie of the year so far.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Werewolf. Yeah, that's the new
Yeah.
the new one. This the guy that made Robert Eggers, the guy that made Nosferatu.
Yeah.
He has a movie coming out this year called Werewolf.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Which
I
I'm excited
saw the
about that
trailer. Real
too.
good.
Like I said, I'm gonna get. It'll probably be toward the end of the year because I want to do like another year end video like I did last year. Like, you know, my top 20 of the year. But I'm like super behind. Like I said, I haven't even seen Hokum yet. I haven't seen Obsession. I haven't seen Backrooms. I haven't seen any of that. So I'll get around to it though. I promise. Like we just don't get to the theater anymore, so I usually have to wait for it to come on streaming. And I'm not paying $20 to rent it either, so I usually have to wait till it's down to. I'll pay $6. I'll pay $5.99. I'm not cranky about that, but I'm not paying $19.99. No way. You know what I mean? I want to see it, but not that bad. So so that's what I'm gonna do. I did do I don't know when I'm gonna put these up, but I have 2 videos written for my Scare Salon channel. I have one of like the next Night Gallery episode, and I have one of favorite horror movies from every year since I was born. I think I'm on 1986. So those will be going up in the next week or two, whenever I get around to editing them. So, you know, I'll post them on the 13 o'clock page also, so you guys don't miss them. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna wrap it up and go get some peanut butter, some peanut butter noodles with chicken on it, which you know, really good. All right, so hopefully you guys have a good rest of your evening, and hopefully have a good weekend. Thank you very much for hanging out with us on this Friday night. Thank you for your super chats, and we will see you again for the movie review on Monday night, which might be Fast Times at Ridgemont High. We'll see. Or either one or the other, because Granthers wanted us to do Fast Times or Hell or High Water, so we'll do. We didn't already do Hell or High Water? I don't know. I'm gonna look. But yeah, so we'll be back Monday night to the movie review. So again, have a good night, you guys, and we will see you guys on Monday night. Good night.